It did. So Kingston will fall to 5-4 on the season. McMinn Central goes to 6-3, and this is McMinn Central's third straight win in this series. And it's by more than a field goal for the first time.
I was going to say, yeah, a little bigger margin this time.
I didn't see it coming. I really didn't. I thought it would be a lot closer than that. And I also didn't think that McMinn Central would win the ground game yardage.
No, who would have thought that? Not with how they have previously won ball games.
So this one is over. Let's see if we can get you some scores of interest before we check out of here. In the fourth quarter with 3 minutes and 8 seconds, Cosby leads Cloudland 27-26.
Closer than I thought.
Yeah, that's a very close game. Farragut ends up getting the win over Jefferson County 24-23.
Wouldn't have thought that one.
Nope. I think Farragut's figured something out. On the other side of that, Bearden defeats Oak Ridge tonight 35-6.
Not as close as I thought.
Maryville is a winner over Cleveland 37-15.
Okay.
Wartburg beats Sunbright tonight 41-0. Let's see, who else? South Pittsburgh, this one in the third quarter with 4 minutes left is the last update we've got. South Pittsburgh leads Chattanooga Prep 20-19.
Ooh, that's a tight ball game.
Yeah. So, a lot of good football being played tonight. And I guess that's it. So, put yourself in the position of Matt Moody on the field right now talking to his McMinn Central Chargers.
Yeah, I think I'm going to tell them great win tonight. Got challenged early, but we responded. And now let's get ready for the last 2 weeks of the regular season and get ready to make our playoff run. Saw a lot of good things tonight that they don't normally do. I mean, McCarty has been the leading rusher for this team, but he took this game over tonight.
Yeah, over 200 yards.
And so, I think that's another dimension that we didn't think we would see tonight. So, I would talk about that as well. Hey, we're primed and ready to make that final push into the playoffs.
With as good as the passing attack has been with Aiden Plemons at your quarterback, if you can get that out of your rushing attack too, boy, that makes you dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, it makes you so multifaceted at that point. It really does.
So if you're in Brian Pankey's spot talking to his Kingston Yellow Jackets,
a loss like this hurts, but it still doesn't change their playoff picture one iota. I think the worst they can finish is second in their region. Alcoa probably is going to be first. That's the last game they have of the year. But they're still on their path. They're still on their plan to make the playoffs and start trying to make that playoff run. And so you just tell you guys, hey, we took one on the chin tonight, but we're going to come back Monday. We're going to watch film. We're going to get better, and we're going to get ready for. They're open next week, so they've got 2 weeks to work on, getting ready. So, get ready to play.
So we SOR next week.
South of the river.
The Emerald Forest, south of the river, to see the Midway Green Wave host the Harriman Blue Devils. We've already seen Harriman once this year. We haven't seen Midway yet, but Harriman's got one of the leading rushers in all of Tennessee in Grayson Christ. So we'll get to see that young man play again next week at Midway. So we invite you to join us for that one and stick around for the free medical clinic Friday night scoreboard show. Give a call in to that and take part in that. I know a little bit later tonight, they're going to be discussing that Tennessee football game tomorrow. Big one.
Tennessee playing tomorrow?
They're playing. It's a team that they don't really care for very much.
Oh, this is the third Saturday in October.
It is the third Saturday in October. It sure is. So Alabama Crimson Tide coming to Knoxville. You remember what happened last time they came to Knoxville. Hoping for a repeat of that. But anyway, I guess that's going to do it. Brad, we good? He said we're good whenever. I say now. How's that sound? All right, for all the cameramen, for Brad Jones, owner and producer of tonight's broadcast, for Dan Shoemaker, for Chandler back in the studio, I'm Aaron Harvey saying so long, folks.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
Upgrade your home with stunning natural gas appliances from Oak Ridge Utility District. Enjoy 0% financing with approved credit and turn your dream kitchen into a reality. Call today for a free estimate, get free delivery on all purchases, and enjoy handsome incentives on our appliances. Free delivery, 0% financing, and impressive incentives makes now the perfect time to switch to affordable, safe, and reliable natural gas. Don't wait. Choose Oak Ridge Utility District, your affordable energy choice. Call now or visit our website to get started.
What does strength in numbers mean to you? At Covenant Health, it means we see nearly 2.2 million visits annually from over 700,000 patients who receive hope and healing. It means our 13,000 dedicated experts are all working together for a common goal. It means completing more than 400,000 appointments for wellness and primary care, and serving 107,000 heart patients, along with those who their hearts beat for. It means providing 24,000 cancer patients with life-saving treatments and welcoming 8,000 babies into the world each year. With over 150 locations throughout East Tennessee, you'll always find an open door to care, because we are committed to being the first, best, and strongest choice for the one number who matters most. You. Covenant Health. Let our strength be yours.
Your Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
Over 14,000 neighbors live in fear of becoming sick or injured and having to make a choice between putting food on the table or seeking medical care. The free medical clinic tries to take that fear away.
What do we help them with? We help them with diabetes, hypertension, any kind of medical need that they need that's necessary. And being in a community with the African American community lets them know that we're here.
To me, being an attorney means more than practicing just law. It means pulling alongside my clients and being their partner. It means keeping my clients informed through the legal process, which can be overwhelming. At OAB Law, we stand with you because communication is key.
Get ready for the ultimate celebration at the Free Medical Clinic of Oak Ridge, New Year's Eve 2025 countdown. First ever ice skating rink. Live bands rocking the stage on December 31st at 8K Bissell Park, Oak Ridge. Food trucks. This is free to the public because of our amazing event sponsors. Bring your lawn chairs. Ring in the new year with your family and friends. Enjoy the fireworks show that will light up the sky. Don't miss the grand finale, the epic T-Cat Harriman one-of-a-kind atomic bomb drop at midnight. For more information, go to fncor.org.
At Ferris, we want you to get the most out of your time and end each day feeling good. That's why we pioneered exclusive lawnmower suspension technology, allowing for full-speed mowing, even over the roughest terrain. Grow your business by getting more done in less time with Ferris. Ferris. Work hard, feel good. Found exclusively at independent Ferris dealers.
What does strength in numbers mean to you? At Covenant Health, it means we see nearly 2.2 million visits annually. It means our 13,000 dedicated experts are all working together for a common goal. With over 150 locations throughout East Tennessee, you'll always find an open door to care, because we are committed to being the first, best, and strongest choice for the one number who matters most. You. Covenant Health. Let our strength be yours.
One in 7 people will need a blood transfusion during their life. That's one person every 2 seconds receiving a life-saving product. At Medic Regional Blood Center, we are the primary blood provider for 25 hospitals in 23 East Tennessee and southeastern Kentucky counties. Started in 1958, Medic has been serving Knoxville and the surrounding areas for 66 years. For 1 hour of your time, you can save a life. Visit medicblood.org for more information on blood donation.
What is strength when you're battling cancer? Is it a shoulder to lean on? A voice of hope? Is it confidence in the most available care options? Or is it unmatched expertise answering your hardest questions? Giving you the courage to move forward. At Covenant Health, we think it means all of this and more. For you. Let our strength be yours.
I wanted to continue my education after high school, but my family and I didn't think we could afford it. Then I found out that Roane State has the options to make college possible. Now I'm pursuing my dreams and will make my family and community proud.
Kathy May Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy May Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
Over 14,000 neighbors live in fear of becoming sick or injured and having to make a choice between putting food on the table or seeking medical care. The free medical clinic tries to take that fear away.
What do we help them with? We help them with diabetes, hypertension, any kind of medical need that they need that's necessary. And being in a community with the African American community lets them know that we're here.
To me, being an attorney means more than practicing just law. It means pulling alongside my clients and being their partner. It means keeping my clients informed through the legal process, which can be overwhelming. At OAB Law, we stand with you because communication is key.
Get ready for the ultimate celebration at the Free Medical Clinic of Oak Ridge, New Year's Eve 2025 countdown. First ever ice skating rink. Live bands rocking the stage. On December 31st at 8K Bissell Park, Oak Ridge. Food trucks. This is free to the public because of our amazing event sponsors. Bring your lawn chairs. Ring in the new year with your family and friends. Enjoy spectacular fireworks show that will light up the sky. Don't miss the grand finale, the epic T-Cat Harriman, one-of-a-kind atomic ball drop at midnight. For more information, go to fmcor.org.
At Ferris, we want you to get the most out of your time and end each day feeling good. That's why we pioneered exclusive lawnmower suspension technology, allowing for full-speed mowing, even over the roughest terrain. Grow your business by getting more done in less time with Ferris. Ferris. Work hard, feel good. Found exclusively at independent Ferris dealers.
What does strength in numbers mean to you? At Covenant Health, it means we see nearly 2.2 million visits annually. It means our 13,000 dedicated experts are all working together for a common goal. With over 150 locations throughout East Tennessee, you'll always find an open door to care, because we are committed to being the first, best, and strongest choice for the one number who matters most. You. Covenant Health. Let our strength be yours.
One in 7 people will need a blood transfusion during their life. That's one person every 2 seconds receiving a life-saving product. At Medic Regional Blood Center, we are the primary blood provider for 25 hospitals in 23 East Tennessee and southeastern Kentucky counties. Started in 1958, Medic has been serving Knoxville and the surrounding areas for 66 years. For 1 hour of your time, you can save a life. Visit medicblood.org for more information on blood donation.
What is strength when you're battling cancer? Is it a shoulder to lean on? A voice of hope? Is it confidence in the most available care options? Or is it unmatched expertise answering your hardest questions? Giving you the courage to move forward. At Covenant Health, we think it means all of this and more. For you. Let our strength be yours.
I wanted to continue my education after high school, but my family and I didn't think we could afford it. Then I found out that Roane State has the options to make college possible. Now I'm pursuing my dreams and will make my family and community proud.
Kathy May Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy May Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We built our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
Over 14,000 neighbors live in fear of becoming sick or injured and having to make a choice between putting food on the table or seeking medical care. The free medical clinic tries to take that fear away.
What do we help them with? We help them with diabetes, hypertension, any kind of medical need that they need that's necessary. And being in a community with the African American community lets them know that we're here.
To me, being an attorney means more than practicing just law. It means pulling alongside my clients and being their partner. It means keeping my clients informed through the legal process, which can be overwhelming. At OAB Law, we stand with you because communication is key.
Get ready for the ultimate celebration at the Free Medical Clinic of Oak Ridge, New Year's Eve 2025 countdown. First ever ice skating rink. Live bands rocking the stage. On December 31st at 8K Bissell Park, Oak Ridge. Food trucks. This is free to the public because of our amazing event sponsors. Bring your lawn chairs. Ring in the new year with their family and friends. Enjoy spectacular fireworks show that will light up the sky. Don't miss the grand finale, the epic T-Cat Harriman, one-of-a-kind atomic ball drop at midnight. For more information, go to fmcor.org.
At Ferris, we want you to get the most out of your time and end each day feeling good. That's why we pioneered exclusive lawnmower suspension technology, allowing for full-speed mowing, even over the roughest terrain. Grow your business by getting more done in less time with Ferris. Ferris. Work hard, feel good. Found exclusively at independent Ferris dealers.
What does strength in numbers mean to you? At Covenant Health, it means we see nearly 2.2 million visits annually. It means our 13,000 dedicated experts are all working together for a common goal. With over 150 locations throughout East Tennessee, you'll always find an open door to care, because we are committed to being the first, best, and strongest choice for the one number who matters most. You. Covenant Health. Let our strength be yours.
One in 7 people will need a blood transfusion during their life. That's one person every 2 seconds receiving a life-saving product. At Medic Regional Blood Center, we are the primary blood provider for 25 hospitals in 23 East Tennessee and southeastern Kentucky counties. Started in 1958, Medic has been serving Knoxville and the surrounding areas for 66 years. For 1 hour of your time, you can save a life. Visit medicblood.org for more information on blood donation.
What is strength when you're battling cancer? Is it a shoulder to lean on? A voice of hope? Is it confidence in the most available care options? Or is it unmatched expertise answering your hardest questions? Giving you the courage to move forward. At Covenant Health, we think it means all of this and more. For you. Let our strength be yours.
I wanted to continue my education after high school, but my family and I didn't think we could afford it. Then I found out that Roane State has the options to make college possible. Now I'm pursuing my dreams and will make my family and community proud.
Kathy Mae Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy May Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.
And welcome to the Friday night scoreboard here, the free medical clinic Friday night scoreboard. Jett and I just got here. DJ beat us here tonight, and he was the cameraman, but Jett and I thought we were going to be here early, and all of a sudden Webb and Grace turned into a football game.
Yeah.
I think, what was it, 24-7?
Yeah. Well, no, it was 21-7, and then it went 21-13.
That's right.
And then it went. They actually blocked that field goal.
Yes.
And then they actually made one. So.
Yeah, it was a great football game, great atmosphere, and
the price is right.
The price was right.
Well, they were fired up there at the end.
They were fired up, weren't they? Great game down there for a while.
It was a real good game. McMinn Central versus Kingston, and I mean the ball could have rolled anyway. And then once that snowball gets to rolling down the hill.
Yep.
It's hard to stop. McMinn Central snowball just got to rolling, and it pretty much took over. Seen some leadership on the sideline on Kingston towards the end of the game, so that put a big stab in them, and the snowball just didn't start rolling, man.
Was it 28 unanswered points, wasn't it?
About 20 or something
like that.
Second half,
yeah. Somebody said 28.
Yeah.
Nothing in the second half.
It could have been, for sure.
So.
Yeah, the ball just got rolling. Still, started out a great game. I want to say the first play from downs, Kingston took it to the house, right? What I don't think Kingston did enough of was use their fancy lights they got.
Hey, it's the lights.
Man, yeah.
Jets have a nightmare about the lights,
I
man.
them lights. Get back down to some single-leg football here.
You want the ones you got to flip the breaker box,
yeah, right?
If they go out, they're out.
Yeah, it'd be like Norwood reaching through the trees to get the lights on.
Yeah, if they're out, they're out. Don't be flashing the strobe lights. If OS and Cofield had those lights for Friday night, they'd neither one know what to do.
No.
They'd neither one know what to do.
Maybe they'll get them soon.
That's exactly right. Hey, I know we have a lot of people watch all over, but congratulations, Austin East. They beat Pigeon Forge last night.
Yesterday.
Oh, wow. That was last night.
I seen that. What was that final score?
14-13.
Wow.
14-13.
2,800 block. Congratulations.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Big win.
Nice.
So
that West and AC game was a good game.
Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. We'll take this call. We'll talk about that because I really thought Anderson County was going to be dominant up front and really make a run, like a deep run. I thought they were a state championship team, but West can't throw the football.
Right. Did you watch the game?
Well, I've watched some highlights of it, talked to some people that were there.
I was there.
I can't believe they couldn't stop the run knowing they couldn't throw it.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, when you go play West, West beats Bearden if the kid don't shot put it to an out route.
Wow.
He literally just, I was like, my goodness, looked like my daughter trying to throw me. Throw the football.
Yeah, the Buffalo Wildwood game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, but it was crazy. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah, we're good.
Go ahead, caller, you're on the air.
Yes, this is Coach Moody at McMinn Central.
Coach Moody, this is Coach DJ. I got Josh here. Watch this Josh here with me.
I'll go by Josh.
I'm texting Josh Jones right now. Sorry about that. I got Chris Cox and Jett here with me. Coach Moody, I was at that ball game in Kingston tonight. Before I get to talk about the game and let you talk about it, I want to let you know that I appreciate whatever coach that was up top that gave me the hat because I'm rocking McMinn County swag on my head right now. Congratulations on that win in Kingston tonight, Coach.
Well, thank you. That was actually the guy that's driving the bus, and when I told him I was calling in, he just said, I wonder if that's the guy I gave the hat to.
I got it.
Tell him that's who I'm talking to.
I got it.
Hey, Coach, congratulations. This is Jonathan Cox with 5 Star Preps. Hey, congratulations on the big win tonight. Talk a little bit about your team and your kids and just what it's like to win on the road on Friday night.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. That was a big one for us. You know, we've had kind of a rough 2 weeks the past couple of weeks, and so, you know, we just talked about it. Proud from a coaching standpoint where, you know, you kind of faced some of that adversity with some losses the last couple of weeks. We fell behind early on in the first quarter, and seeing our guys just continue to play through that, and, you know, not a lot of fingers or playing the blame game, just, you know, taking advantage of every opportunity that they get. So, you know, tonight that's probably what I'm most proud of, just seeing us to continue to fight through some adversity there and have some success.
Absolutely. Name a couple players that played well for you on both sides of the ball, if you don't mind.
Well, I think right off the bat, you know, for us, Ray McCarty had a huge night tonight. You know, he was out last week. He had a sickness, and so we welcome back. But he had a huge night for us. It's good to see him kind of get back in the groove and running the way that he was running.
Yeah.
Defensively, I think Will Benton and Hunter Rayburn had huge games for us. The defensive line, Will was causing a lot of problems up there, had probably one of his best games. And then Hunter Rayburn there in the middle. You know, he was in on a lot of tackles and
55
saved a couple of times on some different things. So I think those guys were really stand out today.
Is that 55, Coach?
Yes, sir.
He's a dog. He's a monster. I was calling Bacardi tonight because he was drunk all night running that football. He probably had over 200 yards running. Man, you guys look absolutely. It came out to be. Started to be a good game. Slow first quarter for you guys.
Yeah, Kingston did a really good job, and I said this on our radio broadcast that, you know, 14, I think, is probably the best back that we've seen all year. I said hopefully he's the best back we see the rest of the year. He's a really, really good player. 6 is the same way. You know, they can make stuff out of nothing sometimes, and when they get up open field, gosh, they can run. But, yeah, really impressed by those two guys. And, you know, they were taking to us early on. So glad to see us kind of settle down there in the second quarter. We always say defensively, you know, if we can make it through the first couple of series and have a little bit of success, the game will slow down for us a little bit. And so I think that's kind of what happened. We settled in, started making some tackles, and just really proud of our defensive effort tonight, you know, from that second quarter on.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you calling in. Good luck as the season progresses, and good luck in the playoffs.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Coach, thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
So, and you'll have to fill me in. I try to keep up with as much as I can. Is that a region game tonight?
That game did not count, if I'm not mistaken, tonight.
Okay.
They are in the Chattanooga.
Okay, so they go toward Chattanooga.
Yeah, I think Central or something. That they're in the same.
Okay.
And if I'm not mistaken, the guy who I got the swag from said next week's game may not count either.
Okay.
Yeah. So that game didn't count, but it was a huge game for them. I think the last 3 games, if they've played, I think they've won. However, only been like by a field goal.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that was a good win for them tonight.
Absolutely. You know, Farragut wins again tonight at Jefferson County.
Wow.
Or maybe at home. Maybe it's at Jeff. Okay, at Jefferson County.
So 2 away games, back-to-back wins.
And they were 0-4?
They started off
or 0-3?
3-0 last 3 games.
Yeah.
Well,
so
got a new coach.
Yeah, I mean, Jeff Courtney has to be excited to get another road win.
Yeah.
You know, you take over for your pops, and you start 0-3.
Right.
You know, everybody in Farragut has to be thinking,
Nepotism.
What have we signed up for?
Nepotism, baby.
And Coach Courtney, he deserved to name his predecessor.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, he deserved that.
Absolutely.
I mean, not just a football coach, a man, a guy in the community. He deserved to do that.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a big turnaround for him. Big turnaround for him. So let's talk Anderson County real quick. You were there.
Yes.
You watched a lot more than I did.
Yeah.
What did you see? What concerned you from what you see, knowing that what Greenville does?
I thought Anderson County was conservative. I thought they was trying. This is my opinion. I felt like they wanted to stay healthy to get ready for Gibbs. So I think they came out conservative. They actually went down 17-0.
Yep.
And before the half, like 2 minutes before the half, they wound up scoring 2 touchdowns. So it's 17-14 going into halftime, coming into the third quarter. I think they got they got rolling and they wanted to play some ball, but they just couldn't finish.
Yeah, and I'll say from the flip side of that, one of my good buddies, his son plays linebacker for West. He feels like it should have been a lot worse. He said it's 17-7. They don't have a chance to win the football game.
Yeah.
And we decide to start throwing it with 50 seconds to go. And I don't know that anybody on the West sideline has any confidence in their passing game.
That pass they threw was,
That was a pick six, right?
Pick
It was a
six.
pick six.
So instead of 17-7, run the ball 3 times, go to the locker room.
Exactly. They
Run
threw
the ball 2 times, go to the locker
and they
room.
threw it like it was. I couldn't explain why they did that.
So you can see the frustration of a guy who knows football really well.
Absolutely.
To be like, what are we doing?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because he said, literally, I felt like we could have ran the football with not throwing the whole game and win.
Period.
That's what his feeling was.
I was on the sideline. I was talking to Tim Elrod, and I was like, well, this they're probably going to do a play action right here. And back to back to back, they run the ball. And I'm like, well, I'm one of those coaches, if you can't stop it.
Yeah, keep going.
And
that's what passing's supposed to be. It's supposed to be help you out. Not,
Right.
If you can run the ball, run the football.
They couldn't stop
You know?
And that's what tonight, Terrion Thomas, 52 carries. I felt like I was playing PlayStation back in the day when Nebraska run the option. Triangle, run the play. Triangle, run the play.
He absolutely
Right or wrong?
ran it about every single play on that one scoring drive, and then on the 2-yard line they throw a pass.
They threw a
They
pass.
had to, but I mean, you know.
Slant, touchdown to Weber.
Yeah.
Yeah, my boy.
Weber.
Yeah,
Buffalo's
man,
boy.
Grace kid took a shot tonight that I've not seen in high school football in a long time. My
15,
end zone.
Number 15, yeah.
And it's just whiplash. Kid from Webb just made a great football play, a physical tackle. Shoulder pad right there in the chest, and just whiplash.
Is he
headed.
okay?
He is. He's concussed. Talked to his dad immediately following the game as we were leaving. He had sunglasses on, obviously, but concussed. So, prayers up for him. He's definitely one of their top 3 or 4 receivers. Probably Terrion and Weber are special talents.
Right.
But this kid's right there, runs great routes, catches a lot of footballs. But anyway, so hopefully he'll be back next week. Because next week's the game that mattered the most for Grace. If they lost tonight and win next week, they're second. If they won tonight and lose next week, they're third, unless they go to Boyd and win. So next week's Silverdale game was actually bigger than tonight.
Wow.
But me and you talked about it. Somebody called in and asked about the rankings. You've got to beat people like Webb to get respect.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's the second game they've won this year against teams with winning records.
Wow. Well, and I'm glad you said that. And congratulations, Price is right. Congratulations out there to Grace. Let's talk about Webb. They have at least 4-star guy out there. They have a couple kids with multiple D1 offers out there. How are they looking up close and personal?
We played their middle school team twice. One kid that their best athlete on that middle school team, athlete, not football player, best athlete on the football, he was an 8th grader transferred in. I don't know that he'll keep playing football. He's a basketball guy, but he played this year. First year they played football. The 2 brothers that are 8th graders, one I think is a true 8th grader, one has been held back. Mm-hmm. Reclass, whatever they call it now.
Right.
I guess it's politically correct.
Reclass.
So my kid got held back.
Mine did too, COVID year, baby.
It is what it is. I love him, but he got held back. So, there's a thing called reading. But anyway, so the next thing is, they're the same age. Well, they would be their 2 best offensive linemen. They're massive. They're probably 250 to 275, 6'2", 6'3", and they're big dudes.
Yeah.
Well, their sister plays basketball at Grace. They're 8th graders at Webb, and they refuse to bump up and play high school football, which tells me they're not staying.
Right, that's
because the clock starts.
The clock starts. So to answer your question, their middle school offensive line, the 3 dudes they have on the line, are bigger than 4 guys that they have on their high school offensive line.
Oh,
they have a guy out there they list as 5'2", and I'll give him 4'9".
Oh, wow.
I think I've seen them.
You did.
Some of them kids running around.
Number 60.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I walked by him on the sidelines, I'm not a tall dude. And I was like, that dude's tiny. He was out there playing.
He can't even get down in 3-point stance.
Oh, he could get down. He didn't have to get down far at all. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Shoot straight.
Right or wrong. I mean, he wasn't. But I say that to say, Webb has turned into a basketball school.
Yeah,
That's the question.
Boys
I
and
won't
girls.
sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
It's a basketball school.
Yeah.
I mean,
wonder if Savar's going to play basketball.
No, I think he's reporting to Clemson at Christmas.
Wow.
That's what I've been told. So,
yeah. Well, why not? I would.
Yeah, but to say that, it's weird because you watch T. Higgins play football.
Yeah.
I watched Dennis Rogan play football. I watched Xavier Hawkins play football.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Deshaun Plage play football full.
Mm-hmm.
There was no time that you always knew those guys were on the field.
Right.
There was times tonight I didn't know the young kid was on the field.
Right.
When downfield passes, they got to get wide receiver number 5. Downfield passes, they went to 5.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it had a lot to do with what Grace was doing. Safety looked like they were always shaded, but if you're Grace, you ain't going to let Shavar beat you.
But they
Is that
went
his name, Shavar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They went last night at the West game.
Jesse on line 1. What's he know? Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Hey guys, it's Jesse Smithy. How are y'all tonight?
We're good. You called to get some education on high school football?
I did. I mean, I'm here to listen.
That's right. That's right. Hey, got to see you tonight. Good seeing you. Had a big turnout over there at Grace, but we'll let you take. I know we don't have a ton of games, but fill us in on what happened this week in high school football that you can see right now.
Well, I mean, as far as Grace Christian, we talked about it on this show a week or two ago about how Grace Christian would garner more statewide respect, and it's by beating a program like Webb School of Knoxville. And that 7-0 start was nice, but the strength of schedule didn't really kind of back it up. But now having a win over Webb School of Knoxville is a huge feather in the cap for Justin Price as head coach, and really that program moving forward. I mean, some really difficult games coming up, especially with Boyd Buchanan, but this was just an absolute huge win for Grace Christian tonight to move to 8-0, and what a performance by Terrion Thomas, 52 carries. I mean, that's insane. And for 273 yards, 2 touchdowns. Wow. And Jonathan, we were talking about before that game tonight that he was sick all week, and I mean, it's like a high school version of the Jordan flu game, right? I mean,
and you called it pregame.
You don't practice, your body's weak, and you come out and run the ball 52 times.
52 times.
That's a performance that's going to go down in Grace Christian history, and people will talk about it for a long time.
Sophomore.
Wow.
Yeah. Coach, or Jesse, I know you left, but what's funny about it, he looked as good in the fourth quarter as he did in the second quarter.
Wow.
And
here's the thing. Yeah, I mean, Terrion's running style, and I'm not saying he's the next Deshaun Bishop, but he has a very patient running style like Deshaun Bishop. He's not hitting the hole at 100 miles an hour, just creating physical, just chinks in the armor on his body. I mean, he's a very patient runner and gets what he needs to get out of the run and doesn't try to force the issue. So you can run him extra times, but you're right. I got home and started to set up for the night and watch that second half on TV, and he looked the same in the fourth as he did in the first.
Wow.
Well, you know he's related to Deshaun.
Is he really? I did not know that.
Yeah, it's funny. That would be first cousins.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that would be first cousins. So, yeah. Hey, what about any other thing in the area that kind of caught you off guard, or any surprises? Does the Farragut win for Coach Courtney against Jefferson County? How'd you have that one going?
Yeah, I mean, we had Farragut picked in that one, but you still didn't know if this 180 that Farragut has made, if it's for real or not. Just because of some of the teams that they had beaten in recent weeks. But this is a legit Jefferson County team, really big offensive line. Of course, Nick Moore, the Tennessee commitment on the offensive line. Skylar Thomas, their running back, one of the better running backs in the state. And Farragut went there and won 24-23. So now they've won 3 games in a row. That was not a region game, so it doesn't really have any consequences towards their playoff outlook. But it does keep their confidence growing, and I think they need another region win, maybe over Hardin Valley coming up, which should be a winnable game, and Farragut in the playoffs, most likely.
Gets your stride right in time.
Yeah. Heritage smacked Lenoir City.
Heritage did. Heritage has a quarterback that's back for the first time since early in the season. Is that correct, Jesse?
Yeah, I wasn't able to hear. We were monitoring that game out at Grace Christian tonight because it got out to like a 35-0 lead in the first quarter. And mind you, this is a Lenore City team that had that big win last week over Clinton at the top of its region standings with Oak Ridge.
Yeah.
And this is not the performance you want in Week 9 now. It's not a game that, again, has many playoff implications, so maybe Lenore City sat some guys. I don't know. I can't imagine them doing it at this time of the year, but it was not the performance that Scott Cummings, the head football coach at Lenore City, probably wanted to see going into the latter weeks of the season. And so I don't know. That Lenore City Oak Ridge game will be for a 1 seed, but neither one of those teams at their peak right now.
Yeah, absolutely. That kind of caught me off guard.
Yeah, that's
it was ugly quick.
Here it is.
And I know that last week I thought that they had some injuries and they just got their kids back. Some Lenore City kids back, or
I think so, but I think the quarterback must be pretty good from Heritage. I think he just came back. Yeah. Wow. Hey, is there anything else you want to add before we go to the elephant in the room here about next week's football game?
I mean, just again looking around the area tonight, nothing too crazy happened. Maryville secured the 1 seed, knocking off Cleveland 37-15. Bearden got the win as expected over Oak Ridge. Oak Ridge, of course, without Will Presley, I think he's got a broken collarbone. So Bearden took care of business. Drew Parrott played another good football game at quarterback for Bearden, and even got involved in the receiving game some. So just nothing too crazy, too wild happened tonight, and we'll turn the page over to next week.
Hey, Jesse, real quick, is Parrott the starter or is the other kid hurt?
So DJ Hunter came back and played a little bit tonight, but I think Drew Parrott is the starter. I mean, you look at the stats from that game tonight and from the little bit I was able to watch on my phone and on TV, I mean, he was a guy that's kind of in command, and maybe that needs to be what propels him into the playoffs. He's really played exceptional football this year, his senior year, and maybe having that quarterback QB1 label taken from him at the start of the year made him want it even more. And now that he's got it, he's kind of holding on to it.
Yeah, I agree. And it's good. He's a good kid, so it's good to see him. It's good to see him do well. I actually texted Coach Parrott last night and said, "Hey, you should be a proud dad. I've heard a lot of good things about your son lately off the field." But let me go here. I just got a text. Does Austin East have Union County and Scott County left? And if they win one of those, do they make the playoffs? I just got that text message.
Yeah, I'll have to look into that. I know right off the top of my head. I know it was a big win for Austin East last night. I mean, that was, at the time was a one-loss Pigeon Forge team that had a 1,000-yard rusher and Wyatt Howard, and all things seemingly going its way. And Austin East was able to go down there and get that win. So that's an impressive thing, a thing to build on for Coach Stanton Stevens. But I'll have to kind of dive into the standings tonight and take a look at that.
We got a guy here tonight called Egg Hayes. He's kind of behind the scenes, and he's like the Bear used to be on the game day. He's back here saying yes, they do have Union and Scott left. So that's good to hear.
I mean, those are two winnable games for Austin East, especially if they can go on the road and win at Pigeon Forge. They should be able to win those games. And I was actually talking with a Knoxville football official this morning that I happened to cross paths with, and out of nowhere, I mean, we weren't even talking about last night's win by Austin East, and he brought up Austin East and how much better they looked from when he saw them earlier in the season. So Stanton Stevens might be kind of leaving his thumbprints on that season or on that program already.
Yeah, absolutely. So next week, Thursday night, Coalfield, Oliver Springs. Just give us a quick preview of that for Mr. Jett here. Does he have a chance to beat the black and orange?
Well, I mean, you look at the teams that they've already knocked off this year at Oliver Springs. You're talking about a Whitwell team that they won a week or so ago on the road, 54-yard touchdown pass, went for the 2-point conversion on the road and got it. And so they've beaten South Pittsburgh and Whitwell. Those are two championship caliber programs that people in Chattanooga think very highly of this season, and Oliver Springs has beaten them both. Of course, they were state semifinalists last year, and they have all the pieces in place. Seasoned quarterback, good running back. You got Benton out at wide receiver that's really come on here of late, putting up big numbers. We know what they can do defensively, so all the pieces are in place for Oliver Springs. What would worry me if I'm Oliver Springs is that everybody's talking about Oliver Springs right now. This is a Coalfield team that's very, very good, and nobody's really pinpointing them as the favorite in East Tennessee in 1A right now. Everybody's talking about Oliver Springs, and Coalfield did not like that playoff loss to Oliver Springs a year ago. They're used to winning those games and making those deep runs into the postseason. So this is an opportunity for Coalfield to really forcefully inject itself back into the state championship contender conversation next week.
Absolutely. One more that somebody, it's funny, I guess when you get on the air, people feel like they got a hotline to you. Anderson County Gibbs, I guess that must be next week.
Yeah, that's next week.
Is that for the region championship?
It is.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Gibbs is undefeated, won again tonight, beat a 6A team in Morristown East, really looking like a solid football team. And so that game will be at Gibbs, just a massive matchup. And again, for Gibbs, a program that seemingly gets better by the season, continues to kind of climb the ladder in respect and credibility in this area as a 4A program. If they want to be mentioned as 4A championship contenders, they're going to have to start knocking off some of these teams. It's very much like Anderson County was a few years back. They wanted state credibility. They wanted state respect. Well, they had to start knocking off the Elizabethans of the world and the Greenvilles of the world and winning those meaningful games for people to just automatically talk about Anderson County. And the same goes with Gibbs. They're going to have to find a way to win one of these big-time matchups for people to really take them serious as a playoff contender.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, well, I would definitely agree with that. Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
I seen a lot of Greenville players at that West Anderson County game last night.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I was, and I'm Jesse, we'll let you go in a second, but if I was Anderson County, and I thought Anderson County would be state bound this year, probably win a state championship, but after seeing how they played against the run last night and knowing what Greenville's bread and butter is, I'd say that will be something they'll have to tighten up.
Yeah, they can fix that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm crazy about any 4A team in this area, just to say that I can't say that there's one 4A team in this area that's just like the favorite head and shoulders above the rest. And so it's going to make for a very interesting postseason, especially those second and third round games, to see who represents the area or carries the baton into the state semifinals, which will probably be against Upperman again, if I were to guess, just given what they've done this year. So I can pinpoint anything on Greenville or Anderson County or Elizabethton or Gibbs and say, okay, this is their weakness, so this is what they have to shore up. But I know they have a great defensive staff up there at Anderson County, and I think they'll be able to fix a few things.
Absolutely. They call it MAV Star Preps for a reason.
MAV Star Preps.
Nobody has it like
that. Yes, nobody has it. Well, Jesse, appreciate you. Good seeing you tonight. And I know it's been slow the last couple of weeks, but these next 2 weeks are getting ready to get cranked up, and it's kind of who's going to be real and who's going to make a playoff run. It's here.
Yeah, absolutely. Got Alcoa, Maryville next week. You got Carter and Fulton. Just a ton of meaningful games next week, and we'll have a lot to talk about next Friday night.
Absolutely.
All right, who do you have winning Oak Ridge versus Lenore City with the injuries in Oak Ridge?
Oh, man, that's like I said, neither one of them really looks good going into that matchup at that Lenore City, but I still think Oak Ridge should probably have the talent edge in that one, offensively and defensively, so I'd probably lean Oak Ridge at this point.
He's politically correct. Oak Ridge will win that football game. He needs you to read his picks next week. I don't have a pick segment. They ain't giving me one yet. All right, Jesse. Thank you, buddy. Have a good night.
All right, y'all too.
Take care. You know, it's funny that you would ask that Lenore City Oak Ridge, because I don't think starting the season that would be a question.
Right.
No.
They lost 3 big guys, and I seen another starter on defense go down tonight. He plays a big role on the team. And that goes back to that week 2 bye, man.
It does.
Yeah,
that stinks.
That week 2 bye.
That stinks.
I mean, it's like us right now, NF Coalfield. I don't know if they had anybody banged up just on that game. Is we're getting healthy at the right. I mean, you know, we're still a little sluggish, but these 2 weeks, I mean, I don't know. It's going to be a good ball game.
Yeah.
And everybody's healthy on both sides as far as I know. So
who you picking, man?
Can we do that later?
We can do it later. We can do it later.
We got to get a Brad Jones injury report, a Jett injury report. We got to get a little. We've not really dove deep into that. It's just,
we're just taking off.
Yeah, we're just taking. It's baby steps right now.
I know Coach Napier's out there watching.
Oh, for sure.
He's listening. He's watching. He wants to hear.
Yeah, if I'm not careful, my price of E2 will go up. I got to be careful. Yeah, this is baby steps. So Oak Ridge, you're speaking of the week 2, by their schedule next year with classifications. Did y'all talk about classifications last week at all?
Lee, I talked with Coach Graham. Coach Kwayu Graham was on the show last night in you guys' absence, and he spoke some very valuable, promising words. But what I see, and it's not anything that we talked about, they are moving up a classification. But what people are not looking at is Oak Ridge brings everybody back. They lose some starters, and they're mostly their big guys, but they don't have that many seniors on the team this year. I mean, they're a young sophomore, junior team, and there's a few freshmen, athletic freshmen, that are going to be sophomores next year that's going to be valuable on the team. And there's some good 8th graders if they stay in Oak Ridge. If
Lamir's
they
good.
Stay in Oak Ridge. Hell, he's going to PAL.
Is he?
It's a wrap. He's going to PAL. And the other one I'm worried about is Josiah Hall. He can start as a freshman anywhere in the country right now.
He plays for Robertsville, right?
Yeah.
I know which one you're talking about.
Anywhere in the country right now. He's that good. So
Yeah.
And I heard he might be hitting I don't know.
You say less. Say less. I've heard too.
Yeah.
Now that you said that.
Yeah.
So, and that hurts. Kids never left Robertsville and Jefferson to go play other places.
No.
When Oak Ridge was rolling, they'd get a trickle in from here and a trickle in from there, and that never happened.
Unheard of.
But when you go 6A, there's games that you pick up that are not just terrible, but I think from what I understand, if everything is shaping the way it would be Jefferson County, it would be Science Hill, it would be DB, and going that way for Region 1 for Oak Ridge.
That's fixing to ask you that. What do you think it's going to be?
That's what it used to be when I was in school.
Yeah, I think that's the way that it's going to go, is Oak Ridge will head that way.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this. Oak Ridge has had the easiest road to the semifinals last year and this year of any time Oak Ridge football has been in existence. And that's a long time.
Yeah.
But if somebody said you've got to beat Ray County, Lenoir City, Saudi Daisy, Ottawa to get to the semifinals game, to play a West or a PAL, you're signing up every year.
Yeah.
And now you're going to 6A.
Wow.
That's the biggest thing.
That's tough, man.
That's the biggest thing.
That's tough.
To me.
Yeah.
The last 2 years
And
have
to
been
lose
easy
the Beardy
street.
the way they did tonight.
Then they're 6A school. That can't win 6A.
Exactly.
That shows you the gap.
Yeah.
But there's also a Hardin Valley lingering. You lost last week to Farragut. They're mediocrity there in 6A.
Right.
So I think the numbers kind of surprised me when I saw them in 6A. I don't think it's a great move.
I don't think they have any choice in the matter.
Oh, no, I don't either.
Yeah.
I don't either. But
I would play Clinton, Corns, Lenoir City, and Campbell County anytime.
Anytime.
Yeah. That's what they're on. Then on the other side of that, you got West, PAL, Halls, Heritage, and Central.
And I've said it before and I'll say it again, and people will disagree with me. Watching the show, they'll disagree with me. It was a financial move, but when Fulton had to go 4A to 5A, they won the region, lose later on in the playoffs. And I felt like as that was happening and those bigger senior classes were leaving, that's kind of what hurt Fulton football, along with a couple other people moving away.
Right.
that did not help Fulton football.
Yeah.
So it's like Oak Ridge. You're 5A, but then you go to 6. It's just a different league.
Yeah, it is.
It's a different league.
Do you have any idea when we will find out the new regions and where everybody's going and
how much money you got?
Huh?
No, I'm just kidding.
I want to know pretty bad. I've called a few people today alone just trying to figure out what,
I don't think it'll be later than January, February.
Hey, if you're watching the show, text us when we will know the classifications. Like an idea of time frame. If they can give us a December, January. There's usually a board meeting sometime in November, because usually after unpractice one of those days, and that's usually sometime middle to late November.
Right.
So we'll see if it'll be then.
Are normally out January, February.
Usually, I mean, there's already. So we've got a really cool thing going. I'm excited about. 5 Star is going to be hosting a Friday night game and a Saturday night game to open the season at Carson Newman.
Wow.
Those games are already determined who's going to be playing. So coaches are already getting their schedules. Yeah. They're already working on it.
Well, I remember last year, or it might have been the year, it was last year when we were doing it. Well, I wasn't doing it, but we was at the Greenback Oliver Springs basketball game, and a couple coaches and the AD was sitting there, and they were calling. They got turned down 15 times on the first night, so that's whenever. And then like the South Pittsburgh game, everybody's like, why would you sign up to play South Pittsburgh? Well, the story that Coach said was, they were at the UT game, and he just happened to be sitting there close to him. They got to talk, and next thing you know, they signed up to play, and that's how then they got the Whitwell, who come to find out that they're number 5 in the state.
Yeah,
they were.
Say it again, baby.
And South Pittsburgh was 1.
That vacation's a little bit better after that win, wasn't it, Jett?
Oh man, I tell you what.
He called in on his way home vacation.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, and that's what I was saying on the way back, is how I was watching. I was coming back last night whenever AC and West was playing, so my son was having to keep me up with it, so I didn't get to watch it, but I could hear everything he was saying, and it was pretty wild that they were down like that.
So I just found out you will know within the next week to 2 weeks on what you ask about.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Coach Courtney, welcome to the show. Congratulations on another big win.
Hey, thank you very much. Yeah, it was a great win for our team.
Absolutely. Talk a little bit about your team and who played well for you, and just what it's like to go on the road on a Friday night and win.
Yeah, you cherish those kind of bus rides home. Those are the fun moments. But, no, it's a tough game. Jeff County's got a great team. We didn't do really a whole lot well offensively tonight, other than a couple of big plays. But, we got to give credit to our defense and make stops when we had to. Our special teams was really the difference in the game. Henry D blocked an extra point, which is the difference in the game. It's hard to tell who got it, but we had our defense. They also blocked a field goal to keep the lead, and then Ethan Farhat had another 90-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. So special teams was the difference tonight for us, and kids just kept battling, and it was great to come out of there with a victory.
Absolutely. And, Coach, you've won 3 straight. Got to be feeling good about that. You go to Hardin Valley next week. That Hardin Valley game, as time has progressed, is that kind of a rivalry game, or is it still Farragut-Bearden is the main rival over there?
Yeah, well, in West Knoxville, the Bearden's kind of the big one out here, but we do have a great series with Hardin Valley. They're coming to our place this year, so we're kind of at the end of our road streak here. We've been able to win 3 games on the road in 3 consecutive weeks, but now we're back at home. It's homecoming. It feels like fall. It feels like football weather. So I think our kids will be excited to go out there and play next week.
Absolutely. Now, are you all keeping your Maryville game on a Thursday night?
Yeah, it's still Thursday night on Halloween.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach, talk a little bit about what it's like. We had a guy text me here. They watched the show and asked some questions. What was it like just having the opportunity to take over that program when you found out you were taking over? Talk a little bit about that and just the legacy of the Courtney name at Farragut.
Yeah, well, I don't know about the legacy. Just that obviously Dad is quite the legend around here, but obviously I was very fortunate, humbled to be, granted the opportunity. I felt like we got a great administration and athletic director that they saw enough in me that they trusted me to lead the program. Obviously, I had a great firsthand experience, not only as a player, but then as an assistant coach and a great mentor to learn from and, kind of help build and cultivate the program as an assistant with the direction of Dad leading the program. So just extremely rewarding, humbling, and just really exciting at the same time to try to go out there and try to elevate our program to the next level, which is we always want to compete for championships. We want to compete for our region. We want to play in the playoffs. We want to host home playoff games and play late in the year and win us another state championship.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, congratulations. Thanks for giving us a few minutes of your time. Good luck next week with Hardin Valley and your season strong there with Maryville. So good luck and hope you have a good postseason run.
All right. Thanks, Jonathan. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. You can say what you want to, and I'm sure that's the job he always wanted, but I could not imagine having to follow.
And fill in those shoes.
shoes.
Yeah.
That man won a lot of football games. He won a state championship.
Yeah, and he beat Oak Ridge a lot.
Pressure.
Oh, man.
That's funny.
Well, I just think the Ridgers, I like the Ridgers.
Yeah,
I like the Ridgers. It always comes back to being about them.
Right.
And he beat Oak Ridge a lot.
Yeah. They're like the Gators.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, it's really, Clinton Oak Ridge is a rivalry, but that Farragut Oak Ridge game, it's become a real rivalry.
I'm not buying Oak Ridge, Clinton. And David used to say this. Queener's watching.
Yeah.
And he used to say, Clinton Oak Ridge is not a rivalry anymore.
Yeah, it's not. It's not. But the county deal.
Right? I get it.
The
but
county
when
deal.
you show up with that few people at a football game.
Did you see that?
I was there.
Insane, man.
And I was heard I could be heard on TV. But whatever I said on TV, I will stand.
That was insane.
I will stand right here and say, I will repeat what I said if you want to call me.
It was the same way Farragut. I mean,
really?
Yeah. Listen, last night when I got home late. Okay, we'll pick that up.
We'll get back to
that.
Go ahead, caller, you're on the air.
What's that?
Go ahead, you're on the air.
Yeah, I'm on there.
Who have I got here?
Coach Dye was Bearden, O-line coach at Bearden High School.
Okay, how you doing, Coach? Whoa.
Brother, how are you?
Coach who?
Coach Dye.
Jonathan Cox here, Coach. What do you know about football?
Oh, no. Good.
What?
I don't know about
Man, DJ must have texted you. If I'd known it was you, I wouldn't even clicked over.
Shit, you wouldn't even wasted your time.
Oh.
Make a putt hotel. I might make a 12-footer from anywhere.
Hey, you just followed Coach Courtney here, Jeff Courtney. So,
right. Hey, he had a great win tonight.
Yeah, great win tonight, Coach. Congratulations to you all. I noticed you got off to about a 14-6 start and then really got it going. Talk a little about your team and the players and who's playing good for you right now.
Man, I'll tell you what, it was kind of a tough start. We kill ourselves with penalties every week. We got to clean that up. But we drove down the field a little bit, had some penalties. They took 12 minutes off the clock almost the entire quarter. Had some fourth downs they converted, got up 6-0 on us. We blocked the extra point. We get the ball back, like we kind of do, score quickly. You got guys like Torrey Beaufort and Booby and guys like that, man. They're just amazing athletes. And we try to hold them out the O-line the best we can, but you know what? These guys are so amazing. They make us look better all the time. But I'll tell you what, Coach, here's the main thing. Drew Parrott has absolutely stepped up his game the last 4 games. He has really stepped up. He's played amazing football. We got DJ back a little bit later in the game. He's come back from a high ankle sprain. Obviously, he's a weapon and a threat at all times. Coach, we're just trying to get better. We just got to eliminate these stupid mistakes.
Absolutely. Now, who do y'all have next week, Coach?
We play Mo West. So,
Mo West.
They were, I'll tell you what, last year against us, that was probably the best defensive line we went up against. But like I said, I'm not sure what their season's looking like. I think they've been down a little bit, but we go 1 week at a time and, try to put that W up there for us and keep rolling.
Absolutely. Hey,
just real quick about tonight. The Oak Ridge, obviously, they were down some players. They fought like heck. But I'll tell you what, number 60 for them is a dude. They have a defensive tackle that is a dude. I don't know if he's getting any looks or not, but he is best we've gone against this year.
Yeah.
Big Tim?
Big Tim. Got
I don't know who he is, but he is a stud. He played great. So those kids fought. They battled for the coach, and they tried. They were smart, coach. They really milked the clock tonight. They weren't getting the ball off to the last couple of seconds of each play, and that's why they took literally a whole quarter off the game from the start. So after that, we kind of got going. And guys, I'll just tell you this: we had a bad run against Maryville. Everybody saw that, looked down upon us. We learned from that and had some bad snaps that worked against us or whatever. But guess what? We're just working every week to get better, so we can hopefully get back in a playoff run and try to go as far as we can.
Absolutely. E-Money, good hearing from you, man.
You too, brother. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, thanks for calling in, Coach.
Yeah, good luck to you the rest of the way.
All right, thank y'all for what y'all do.
Yes, sir. I coached his son in golf at Farragut.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those Farragut people can't be happy he's wearing that maroon. So,
a lot of people not happy with that.
Yeah.
People are in maroon right now.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, let's be honest. So, we'll get back to the Oak Ridge thing in just a second.
Yeah, don't let me forget that.
No, I'll tell you what, we've been going here for a minute. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We want to thank Free Medical Clinic for all they do. Great sponsor. They've been with us at least 3 years now. Serving Anderson, Roane, surrounding areas, and we appreciate what they do. And thank you for sponsoring the Free Medical Clinic Friday Night Scoreboard. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we will be right back to talk Oak Ridge football, and we'll dig a little deeper with the Oliver Springs Coalfield.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
To me, being an attorney means more than practicing just law. It means pulling alongside my clients and being their partner. It means keeping my clients informed through the legal process, which can be overwhelming. At OEB Law, we stand with you because communication is key.
Get ready for the ultimate celebration at the Free Medical Clinic of Oak Ridge, New Year's Eve 2025 countdown. First ever ice skating rink. Live bands rocking the stage. On December 31st at AK Bissell Park, Oak Ridge. Food trucks. This is free to the public because of our amazing event sponsors. Bring your lawn chairs. Ring in the new year with your family and friends. Enjoy spectacular fireworks show that will light up the sky. Don't miss the grand finale, the epic T-Cat Harriman, one-of-a-kind atomic bomb drop at midnight. For more information, go to fmcor.org.
At Ferris, we want you to get the most out of your time and end each day feeling good. That's why we pioneered exclusive lawnmower suspension technology, allowing for full-speed mowing, even over the roughest terrain. Grow your business by getting more done in less time with Ferris. Ferris. Work hard, feel good. Found exclusively at independent Ferris dealers.
What does strength in numbers mean to you? At Covenant Health, it means we see nearly 2.2 million visits annually. It means our 13,000 dedicated experts are all working together for a common goal. With over 150 locations throughout East Tennessee, you'll always find an open door to care, because we are committed to being the first, best, and strongest choice for the one number who matters most. You. Covenant Health. Let our strength be yours.
in 7 people will need a blood transfusion during their life. That's 1 person every 2 seconds receiving a life-saving product. At Medic Regional Blood Center, we are the primary blood provider for 25 hospitals in 23 East Tennessee and southeastern Kentucky counties. Started in 1958, Medic has been serving Knoxville and the surrounding areas for 66 years. For 1 hour of your time, you can save a life. Visit medicblood.org for more information on blood donation.
I wanted to continue my education after high school, but my family and I didn't think we could afford it. Then I found out that Roane State has the options to make college possible. Now I'm pursuing my dreams and will make my family and community proud.
Kathy Mae Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy Mae Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We built our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
Yeah, there ain't nobody that loves him more than himself. All right, we're back on the air. We have a good time here. We got started a little late. We've all got commitments we got to be at, except Jett and I. I don't know why we were late. We got caught up in that game. That game took a long time, too. I love our TV games here at OEB, at BBB, because OEB, I mean, don't slow the game down.
Right.
That game tonight was slowed down by TV timeouts and timeouts going from 2 minutes, 1 minute to 2 and 3 minutes. It just
sounds like money to me.
It is money. Yeah. Straight money.
The price is right.
That's right. That's exactly right. So to go back, and I was going to make the point that I'm going to let you talk about it. It's not a rivalry anymore, because when I show up somewhere in the second quarter to watch a game and Clinton has 25 kids in a student section and don't have 100+ people sitting over there, and the Oak Ridge side was bad as well, that just tells you the game, what it used to mean in the late 90s, early 2000s, is not what it is. It's just not what it is anymore.
No, so Coach Ring hosts a show Wednesday nights, David Clary, and my son, when I got home late last night, he was like, "Dad, come here. I want you to see something." So I go in his room, and he's playing the playback. And the introduction was Oak Ridge football. All the greats, all the great highlights, the stands, the field where kids patting people's shoulders. He was like, "Man, Oak Ridge needs to be like this again." He's never experienced what I experienced, and everybody before me experienced. And he was in awe seeing that the field was filled with people. The stands was completely filled. And kids were slapping shoulders of these kids walking down, the boys club kids smacking their shoulders. Everybody just smacking their shoulders going down those 72 steps. He hadn't witnessed that. And he was like, "Why aren't our games like that anymore? And how can we get it back like this?"
I can remember when he had to stand outside the fence to watch the ball game.
Yeah.
You didn't even want to go in there.
It was still a good view, too.
Yeah, it's a great view. I mean, you can't beat it.
Yeah. And so I asked the question, why is it like that? And I think I asked Coach Kwayu. He was like, "Well, you got spring break. Okay. Well, Farragut comes in. The crowd size is about exactly the same. I found somewhere to park." When you find somewhere to park, that tells you something, because it's hard to find somewhere to park at a big, nice game. But So crowd size is about the same. And he said TV. A lot of people can watch it on TV now. You got Prep Radio, you got BBB TV, you got whoever else, Dragon Vision. They're doing their broadcast now. And then the COVID year kind of just took everybody out to people's not coming to the game anymore, and they can actually watch it on TV. And so it has been a decline in attendance at games. I think it's because of lack of loss of tradition, love, and TV.
So it's a little bit of everything.
Well, I mean, but you don't see that at Oliver Springs. You take an Oliver Springs team that goes all the way to Whitwell, and the whole population is at Whitwell.
So let me ask you this. Is it fair to say that the lack of consistency within the program is when they started losing the old Oak Ridge feel?
I agree. I think so.
Is that because, and I'm not saying anything about Oliver Springs. I grew up in Lake City. But Oliver Springs on Friday night, that's a community sport.
Yes.
That's all we got.
That's all we got.
Yeah.
You know, that's right. It's Coalfield. You know, you look at that. I look at even Anderson County on a bigger scale. That's still community Friday night. What am I still going to do in Lake City or Norris? You know what I'm saying? It's more of a community feel.
Absolutely.
I don't know that Oak Ridge has the community feel right now that the Oliver Springs and the Anderson counties do.
Anderson County is the most exciting environment I've ever seen in high school football.
And then they draw people in, fireworks, runouts, jumbotrons.
I mean, you name it.
Yeah, it's all over.
I mean, like last week at the Whitwell game, we had a lot of people there. But you also look up in the crowd, and there's South Pittsburgh sitting there. Coalfield's on Whitwell's side. Midway's down in the end zone.
They were sitting?
Yeah. They think they hide real well.
How you gonna hide? How you gonna hide?
No, I'm playing.
On Oliver Springs.
But you know what I'm saying? I mean, there's like 5 other teams there.
Yeah.
Because it's the game. I mean, everybody wants to see what you got, and if Oliver Springs is real, or if what I guess Coalfield just wanted to watch a good game. I don't, but they know what we got.
Right.
And but it's. I mean, to be real honest with you, and I'm not dogging Clinton, but I wouldn't want to go watch that ball game either. I mean, you know what I mean?
Clinton Oak Ridge game. Did you see the Clinton? Did you see the crowd on the Clinton side?
Yeah.
It's unbelievably bad.
It was. I mean,
there was a patch of people on one side, and the rest of
he's
the
right by the
stand
student
was
section. I mean,
completely gone.
Even the kids ain't fired up
But
for it.
here's what I'll say, and my phone will blow up, and they get on Facebook and say whatever they want to. They'll get on Facebook and complain about everything not going right for Clinton, but they won't drive 10 minutes down the road to support their kids that work their butt off year-round to wear the C and represent their community.
I think and I love everybody in Clinton. I went to Clinton Middle School. My brother graduated Clinton High School. I have a strong ties in Clinton. There's nothing I wouldn't do for Clinton. But I think Coach Keith brings the fans. He set record numbers last year as far as attendance and making money since he was there.
Yeah. But after what happened, that community should rally around those kids that stayed to play.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't tell me that the wide receiver could not have jumped ship and went and played and started anywhere he wanted to. He could have drove over to Grace and caught about 50, caught more touchdown passes and played deeper into the playoffs, but he stayed at Clinton.
Yeah.
Like, go support those kids.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
I mean, he
with
put
you.
on a show that night for Clinton people at playing against Oak Ridge.
Super show. I got chill bumps. You can see him through my shirt.
He put on a show.
Yeah, he's special.
I mean, he gave everything he had, and the best we can do is complain on Facebook and no go out and support our kids. I'm just being real with that. So anyway, what does it cost? $8 to get in? Hello?
Yeah.
Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Hey guys, Sleepy, how's it going?
Who?
It's Sleepy.
Sleepy.
Oh, hey,
What's
Sleepy,
up,
how
Sleepy?
you doing?
Hey, doing good. Took the night off tonight. Didn't go watch any games. So I was just calling in.
DJ's right. You know what all he said about high school football. I mean, Oak Ridge, you know, it's just like that everywhere, I think, for the most part, for fan support. And I've been going to watch Clinton Oak Ridge for years. But it was down that night this year. But, you know, last year we played Oak Ridge twice, and it was packed both times. So it's a rivalry. It might be lopsided, but it'll always be a rivalry.
I don't know that I agree with that.
Well, we'll skip on the rivalry part, but he's absolutely correct about how many people was in attendance last year at Clinton and Oak Ridge.
Since the 40s, I mean, it's a rivalry.
As far as win-loss,
In my book, it's a rivalry. It's like Farragut and Bearden, or whoever you want to throw out there.
I guarantee it doesn't matter what the record of Farragut and Bearden are, there would not be that few people at a Farragut-Bearden game, no matter if their combined win total was 2.
I agree.
So you might be passionate about the rivalry, but you don't have people in your community passionate about the rivalry, if you want to call it that.
I think they do. I mean, that was a big storms coming in. That I think we had the floods and all that going on, and I don't think weather had a lot to do with that, and also TV, like DJ was saying, and all that. But you know, last year we played. You know, Clinton had a real good team, but you know, it was packed.
It was.
See, that's one of the big differences.
Other years, you know,
Was Clinton was
there.
had a good squad. You got to support them
regardless.
If they're 0-9 right now, or if they're 8-1.
Oh yeah, I mean.
You know what I mean? I get what you're saying.
Who's marketing those games? I mean, just like any business, it has to be marketed.
West last night, and seeing West's bleachers, there was a lot of empty seats on the west side. Even on HC, I figured they packed it out, and I didn't see it. Seems like it was packed to me.
It was packed. I was there last night. It was definitely packed.
That's a big game.
It was over, and I wondered that, and I sent a text this morning. That was over a $17,000 gate.
Yeah, it was packed. I was there.
Yeah.
Didn't look it on TV.
Yeah, it definitely was. It's great.
West has a ton of room too.
And they have 2 sides.
2 sides. They have a ton of room in the one end zone that people. There's hundreds of people just run around down there on that one end zone down the school side. I guess that'd be the east side. And here's the other thing you got to remember. West probably don't get their. You know, the West people probably don't go crazy on a Thursday night to go watch them play Anderson County. Anderson County is really good.
It was packed. It was people standing around. They couldn't sit down. I mean, I was there. You know, I was there for the game, and the stands in West definitely was filled up, and the stands and on the Anderson County side was definitely filled up. It was a packed house.
Anderson County's going to be, no matter where they go play, they're going to have a great following.
Yeah.
But I think Sleepy and you will both agree that winning cures a lot of the amount of people in Oak Ridge and Clinton right now, and I just don't think that's the way it should be. You know, I'll say this. I've coached basketball at Fulton for a long time, and
that's me trying to leave West last night.
Yeah, there's nowhere to park.
I couldn't get out.
And, you know, what I'll say is I think also programs get spoiled.
Yeah.
You know, you win 3 or 4 state championships and you start going down a little bit. You know, they're spoiled. They're used to winning.
Yeah.
And then they don't come around as much. I think
Yeah,
fan base gets
AC, you know, Clinton brought a lot of fans to the Anderson County game that night. And, you know, they went there for the Oak Ridge game for whatever reason. I know that had some weather coming in and all that, but it didn't do anything. But, you know, I think a lot of people stayed home for that. Plus it was on TV, like DJ and all that. But I think it's just like that pretty much everywhere. The attendance is down than it was 10, 20 years ago. You know, I can see it.
just more to do, I would say, on some of that.
And TV, I mean, TV's a big reason.
Well, and I'm going to take I agree, but live streaming.
Right.
The live streaming, I think, hurts as much as I don't want to just say just TV, but I think the live streaming is involved because like you can pull up your phone and next Thursday night, if it wasn't on TV, the Gibbs, or in a couple weeks, if the Gibbs Fulton game wasn't on TV, well, Fulton live streams the game. So you've got so many ways you can watch it. And as it gets colder and it starts raining, like you said, forecast-wise, hey, if there's 70% chance of rain, I can sit there and watch it on my TV on high def and then come down here and I'm a lot better off.
Right.
In the 90s, you didn't have a chance to watch it on TV until you put the VHS in the next week. So
you'd have to come home and watch the Friday night hit.
That's right. Liner vision when I was a kid.
Rush home.
Yeah.
I had a question for you about the region 4 and 5A, with Walker Valley, McMinn County, and Ray County. I was wondering who's leading that region, and I also heard that, I don't know if it's true or not, I find it hard to believe if it is, but somebody was telling me that Ray County and Howard, Chattanooga-Howard, were ineligible to make the playoffs because they didn't play each other. They didn't make that game up when they had the bad weather. It's a region game, and they haven't made it up. And somebody was telling me CWSAA ruled them ineligible to make the playoffs. Is that true?
I've got on my schedule that Walker Valley beat Howard 44-6.
Tonight?
No, that would be on October 4th.
So I was talking about Ray County and Howard.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you said Walker Valley and Howard. I don't know about that. We obviously have people watching that can give us an answer to that. And as far as I see, Ray County and Howard did cancel their game on September 13th, but I do not have any kind of makeup date or anything like that for the information I can get. However, Ray County is 2-1 in the region, so I don't know why that wouldn't be a no contest, or I don't know. I'm sorry. If I was telling you, I'd be making it up, kind of like Jett does.
Let's see if I can get a hold of Guy.
If you can find something out on that, because I don't see
Ray County.
I don't see Ray County, being ineligible. We think they play that game. I know they don't want to miss the playoffs. We're having a pretty good season, and I don't know why they wouldn't make that game up, or even if it would matter. But it could matter with the standings. It's a region game, so.
If the game cannot be made up, it will be counted as a no contest. It will not count.
Who's number one in that region? Is it?
If the game is not made up, we were just told that it would be a no contest per TWSBA.
Right. So they still both be eligible.
They'd be eligible, and I guess if one team's played 5 region games, they're 4-1. The other one's played 4 and they're 3-1. Then the 4-1 would be the 1 seed, and the 3-1 would be the 2 seed.
Yeah, that sounds more logical because I can see a Ray County, saying, "Well, we can make that game up, so we're ineligible."
Yep.
Sleepy, who y'all got next week?
We go to Carnes.
Y'all got to beat Corns.
That's the battle for 3rd place.
Yeah. Campbell County still 4th.
I was wondering who we might play. I was wondering who we might draw in the playoffs.
Sleepy, the best I can find out, Walker Valley will be the 1 seed as of right now. And then tied at 2nd right now is Ray County and East Hamilton.
Okay.
Yeah.
McMinn County probably 4th.
I can look that up for you. McMinn County's actually 3-1 as well, and they end the season at Walker Valley.
Yeah.
So that Walker Valley McMinn will probably be for the championship.
Yeah.
But East Hamilton's beat McMinn. So it sounds like it's a pillow fight down there. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the
wants to go anywhere, I guess, but Ray County. I've been there before, but when we went to McMinn County last year, it could be another rematch with Cherokee, but in East Hamilton and Walker Valley knocked us out in the semis, in the quarterfinals last year. So,
Hey, Sleep, we got a couple people on hold, but I'm going to ask you a quick question. Is the quarterback was walking around in a boot last time I got to see him at Clinton. Is he better? Is he healthy?
yes, he played last week the whole game against Lenore City.
Okay. Gotcha. He was just limping around at the end of the Oak Ridge game.
Yeah.
I noticed he didn't play some, and then he was in a boot at a volleyball game that I went to. But, well, good deal. Hey, we're going to jump off here and take the next call, and if you want to holler back at us later when we talk college football, we appreciate it.
All right, guys.
All right, Sleepy. See you, buddy.
Thank you, buddy. Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Down, guys.
Oh, nothing. You might lead us into our next segment here of Oliver Springs Coalfield. What's history tell you?
What's history tell me?
Yes.
I'll go with history like I do with Alcoa and Maryville. Oliver Springs has got to beat Coalfield again to make me believe it.
That's right.
I mean, that's just the way it's been for a while. So, I side with Brad Jones. But I told you earlier in the week, I love doing games down in Oliver Springs. There's some good people down there, and that's a good football program. So, ought to be a heck of a game. But man, Coalfield, it's hard to beat Coalfield. It's hard to beat them. And I know Oliver Springs got them last year, and I'm sure they're laying in the weeds. You talk about a robbery. That is a big robbery. That's a huge game. Hey, to go back to the Howard comments you made a while ago, I've read Howard's not won a game in that region in the last 2 years. They have very small numbers. They're going to be moved up to 6A next year. They don't know if they'll compete in 6A because they have less than 30 kids, I think, on the football team. And from what I understand, from what the coaches said, it's a safety issue more than it is about playing games. I don't think he thinks they can compete at 6A. They've not competed at 5A.
Yeah, you're right. 0-3 so far this year, and in the 2023 season, they were 0-5. They only won one.
They've not won a game in the last couple of years. To go back to the OS.
No, that's not correct. They were 1-9 last year, and this year they've won 2 games. They beat Republic and Sequoia this year.
Yeah.
So they won 3 games.
Their coach talks like they might play out of region next year to try to get their numbers up and not participate and not be eligible for the playoffs or anything. But to go back to the Oliver Springs Coalfield game, I think all the attention's on Oliver Springs is the one that's got everything to lose next Thursday night.
Yeah.
There's nobody talking about Coalfield. Everybody's talking about OS.
Well, Coalfield's talking about Coalfield.
Yeah, Coalfield probably is talking about Coalfield. I agree with you.
That's all I hear.
Everybody, I think Oliver Springs has got everything on the line to lose.
That's the truth, though.
I don't know that it's a loss because there'll be a rematch in that. Somebody can tell me there what round. I don't know.
Quarterfinals.
It'll be 3rd round.
Yeah.
Be what?
It'll be in the 3rd round.
Yeah, quarterfinals.
Okay. Either way it goes, there's going to be a rematch in the 3rd round probably. I mean, I guess it'll depend on where to be played to be the only thing. So, I think Oliver Springs is rated high and higher in the rankings than Coalfield. So, I think Oliver Springs has got more to lose than Coalfield does. So, we'll see.
It's according on which one you look at.
That's how they play the games if we just talk about them on Friday night.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Some of us got us tied, and some of us has got Coalfield ahead of us.
Yeah.
I guess that's the schedule don't matter.
It'll be a good game. I think that's one of the key games in the area. I would much rather go to that game on Thursday night than go to the Maryville Alcoa game. Let's put it that way, okay?
I'll be there.
Which
one? If I was going to pick those two sides, I'm going OS, Coalfield.
I'll be
Thursday
there.
night. I'm going to watch that ball game before I go to Maryville and Alcoa.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll get there about 5 o'clock. We'll start the tailgate. And cheerleaders, the band, everybody will be out.
I talked to Cox earlier in the week, and I said, man, you'll have to park a long way to get in there Thursday night to get in there to see that ball game Thursday night. It'll be packed in there.
Oh, yeah.
You may have to park up at Norwood.
It'll be a good crowd.
And it's going to be on TV.
Yeah, well, TV ain't going to hurt that one.
That's not going to hurt that one at all.
No. TV will not hurt that game. Well, if it does, I'll be shocked. I don't think it will.
No.
But,
no.
Queener, I'll pick you up at 6:15. We'll slide in the side gate right there, and we'll be ready to rock and roll, buddy.
Yeah, I'm just going to I'll sit back at the house and watch it on TV. I'll be that guy watching on TV Thursday night, and but it'll be a good game to go to and watch. So I'll say that. So I listened to the Oak Ridge broadcast tonight. I watched Brad's game, and I listened to Oak Ridge. I listened to the Oak Ridge coach afterwards talk, and he says times are desperate in Oak Ridge. It's a do or die situation next Friday night. It's about winning.
Wow.
I don't, Oak Ridge, it sounds to me like, once again, I'm not getting the injury report down. This is what everybody's talking about. And DJ probably tell us more than anybody. Oak Ridge must be pretty banged up. It must have got some more kids hurt tonight.
Yeah, that's the truth. It is. They are pretty banged up. Lost some key contributors that's been contributing all year long for Oak Ridge. Last week, 3 of them went down. One actually just started being a contributor. I think he started late, so he had to sit the first 4 games out, could only play JV, but wound up getting hurt. And then I know for sure one went down tonight. I wasn't able, I was kind of watching it, but I was recording the McMinn Central versus Kingston game. So, yeah, they're pretty banged up, and right now all they can do playing a Bearden team is figure out what they have to go play Lenore City.
Oak Ridge is going to win that football game. Lenore City will have trouble scoring 10 points.
Well, you predicted earlier in the year, Cox. This goes to show you how good you are. You predicted earlier in the year that Oak Ridge would be 5-2 right now, I think. What's their record?
What are they, 5-3?
I don't know. I mean, they've lost Ferris getting that tonight's game, so I don't know. They didn't win 5 in a row, I don't think.
He said it.
That's what you predicted. Hey, DJ, was that your son that played? Was that your son that I heard talking about on the radio tonight? He played tonight?
Yeah, Pendergrass finally got his first varsity time in today with some injuries. He had to pick up some slack. From what I heard, it looked like they was having trouble on that one corner, and he got a chance to go in, and I heard he did well, got a few tackles, stopped some passes on that side that they was completing. So I can't wait to go back and watch it. Yeah, that was him. Sophomore.
Okay, well, I heard him calling his name out there, and I thought that was your son. I thought your son played there, and I knew they called his name out on the radio there a couple times tonight. They must have had I know that's been a topic of discussion on the show this year on Friday night. It's been off flags. Man, they had them tonight over at Bearden and Oak Ridge.
They had them at Grace, too.
Over 200-some yards in penalties.
Wow, so they had green flags by the time the night was over. Is that what you're telling us?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Everybody was saying, it's more about the officials tonight. I think the way I listened to the Oak Ridge guys talk about it, they was hoping they just quit throwing flags so Oak Ridge could go ahead and get out the gate to get over with before they got anybody else hurt, because what's in front of them, because this game really didn't matter tonight. I mean, it not being non-region and all that. So, but the penalties were something else tonight. I mean, neither coach has to be pleased. Not this time of year with all the penalties, if they actually all took place. I don't know whether they did or not. So,
hey, David.
Back a little bit. We'll talk a little college.
Yeah, call me back. I got a coach on hold, so call us back because you're as important as any coach.
See, man.
Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Mr. Cox, is Justin Price, Great Christian Academy.
Is that 8-0?
Yeah. Hey, we're just taking them one at a time right now, but we're going to enjoy this one. Big win night over here at Grace tonight.
Yeah, I was standing there into the clock. You came running on the field like a little more energy and enthusiasm than you walk through there sometimes.
Yeah, it was man, just 2 really good football teams. I think. I mean, Webb's really well coached. They got great players and just a storied program. So, I think that I felt like we had a chance, at times to get up a couple scores. we just weren't finishing drives offensively, but and obviously didn't return the onside kick at the end. And, so we gave Webb a chance. Our defense came with a huge stop and just a classic game for our program, and one that we won't forget anytime soon.
So we were told 52 carries for over 270 yards. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's the stat line I've seen.
Wow.
Yeah, whoever's calling those plays, they wore that boy out.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I think Webb, when you saw the game, they were, with the box count, they were giving us the run. They were, and obviously, I mean, we're a prolific passing team. I mean, Weston was, one of the top, and off the top guy in the state most of the year. And so I think just the respect they have for him and our throwing game, they were just giving us a light box, and our offensive line was doing a really good job. And then Terry on, just anytime he gets the ball, he's special. He can score about any time, many different ways. So just to watch him tonight, and I know it was a lot of carries, and but Terry on's a special player, and we're going to get him the ball as many times as we can. And but a lot of that was just their respect for our throwing game, and our offensive line just showed that we can win a game by running the football too.
Absolutely, and he, it's funny. I'll give him a hard time when I see him Wednesday night at church. He looked tired when he was on defense, but he started running that ball again. He looked all right.
Yeah, man. That's a lot of carries, beat and bang, and we didn't have a lot of explosive plays on offense tonight. It was kind of just a little bit here and there. So you take that away, just adds to it. I think we had the ball over 30 minutes in this game, and kind of keep it away from Webb a little bit. Not that was the game plan. It was just kind of what they were giving us.
Yeah, absolutely. I will say this. I've got to give a shout-out to that defense. I know y'all scored a lot of points, but the kickoff return in the second half, they started about the 30 or 35-yard line. The defense held right there. Pushed them back, and negative series, and you all get the football, and I think you score.
Yeah.
If you didn't anyway, your defense had a chance to. I mean, Webb had to have the momentum right there. They're thinking we score, we're back in this, and the defense holds. So I thought the defense did a really good job. Not outside of the first play from scrimmage, I thought the defense controlled the game.
Yeah, no doubt. If you take away that first play where 42 for them took it to the house, I mean, our defense, just an unreal effort, and because Webb's got obviously Shavar Young, the Clemson commit. Who we were trying to double team and try to take him out of the game the best we can, but 42, 3, 11. I mean, they got some really talented players over there that can score from anywhere on the field. And the way our defense, like I said, the start of the second half of the kickoff return, then obviously at the end of the game to kind of secure the win for us. I mean, it was just the defense really, to me, the reason we were able to win this one tonight.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you this. Congratulations. The atmosphere was great. Jett, my Oliver Springs friend, he actually came over to watch the game, and your pops came to me when it's over, and he said, "Are you driving the board or am I?"
I guess y'all don't have to go now.
I said, "I need another week to decide that."
That was a great game.
So,
Coach Price, I got one thing for you before you get off here.
Yes, sir.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
I love it. I love it.
He had it queued up for you. He was ready.
That's all right.
Man, I love it. Let's do it. Price is right.
That's right, baby. That's right, baby. Let's go.
All right, JP. Hey, have a great night. I know everybody's excited. It was a big night. And, man, I'll tell you what, I've watched a lot of football games, and that hit tonight on 15, I hope that kid ends up all right and gets to play next week. If not, gets to be back for Boyd, because that was a shot.
Yeah, it was, man. We hope he's okay. We'll pray for him, and he's a tough kid. He's had a really good year. So, obviously, you just don't like to see that anybody. And,
no.
But we'll kind of see where he's at, and obviously just, his health's more important than even this victory right now. So we'll make sure he gets what he needs, and just pray that he can get back to himself soon.
Yeah, it was a lick. I was standing down there, and I watched the replay on video from a guy who had a camera right beside me, and it wasn't a helmet to helmet. It was more whiplash. Yeah. And then the shoulder pad went in his chest, like right in his sternum, up almost right underneath his chin. So, well, hey, Coach, good win and congratulations.
Congratulations, Coach.
All right, go Rams. See you guys.
See you.
Dun, 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 dun.
Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Yeah. It's Gabe.
Gabe, you're on the air.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, Coach Price was on it, and I heard him when he was around the field after the game. It's not confirmed, but I'm pretty sure I heard him yell, we want Bearden.
You want Bearden? Grace wants Bearden?
That's what I heard.
That's what I heard. The Price is right, baby. Hey, bring them chips. We'll make it happen.
I'd say if the price is right, I'd say they'll play them, wouldn't you?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't know if they want Bearden. Bearden's got kids from everywhere.
Money talks.
That's right.
Yeah.
What happened to Oak Ridge tonight?
Bearden got healthy. Oak Ridge is not healthy right now, so knew it was going to be a battle even with a healthy Oak Ridge. But it sounds like the quarterback over there in Bearden, that there's been a 3-year starter, is leading the team the way they need to be. Defense was outstanding, and Oak Ridge is just trying to find who they're going to be for these next few games going into the playoffs with the major injuries that they've taken.
Caller, if you were at the Grace game tonight, I don't know if you're a Grace fan or not, have you ever watched a running back have that many carries in a football game and go for that many yards?
Deshaun Bishop.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's what we were actually talking about that, and I think those two are related. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think they're cousins.
Okay. That's what I said on the air earlier. That's what I thought. And here's what was crazy about it. I bet he rushed for 270-plus yards, and he didn't have a run over 30 yards.
No.
Well, you stay in a cover, too. Refuse to change out of it when someone's running down this road. You know, that's just not a good look.
They literally would let him run the ball all the way down, not changing defenses. And the only time they could really stop him when they got him inside the 5.
Yeah.
Because there was just not as much room.
I mean, the kid turned around, looked at his own sideline and said, you know, he's like, keep feeding
me.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Wow.
You know, I mean, I've been sick all week.
Wow. That's what Terrion did?
Yeah, I seen him. He said, keep feeding me.
Yeah. Wow. I want to call Coach Mahoney at this point.
That Boyd Buchanan race game in 2 weeks will be a big one.
Well, I agree with you, but they have to beat Silverdale first, because if they beat Silverdale, they're guaranteed a 2 seed. Tonight's win was big, but next week's game is bigger for seeding because Silverdale's already beat Webb. I did some research on some of this because people start calling about playoffs. Webb game was important, but if they beat Silverdale, they will guarantee a 2 seed, and they will be playing for a region championship at Boyd Buchanan. But, as you said, they go to Boyd Buchanan and win, it'll be a 3-way tie for first. And I don't know how the tiebreaker works. So, anyway, maybe we can go do sticky fingers and watch Boyd Buchanan play Grace. Champions, I'm in. We'll have to go about 3 hours early to get out of there.
Yeah, I got to get my shift to Cracker Barrel.
That's right. All right, Gabe, thanks for calling.
All right.
Have a good night. Go Vols. It's it's funny, and I say this. They had to sub him out tonight on defense, and he could barely make it off the field. I mean, he's exhausted.
Yeah. 2
plays later, they're punting. He's about there returning the punt, and then all of a sudden he gets like 6 straight times. I was like, dang, dude didn't want to play defense.
I can't blame him, though.
Yeah, it's funny.
A break here and there.
It was funny. Hey, Jesse said something, and we'll talk on this, and we'll go to commercial break and then come back and talk college football.
Okay.
But Jesse said something about 3 weeks ago. He thinks that the 5A representative for our area could be Sevier County. Now, they lost their running back to a leg injury, but I think he'll be back by the playoffs.
Okay.
I was surprised by that.
No.
I kind of thought.
He did say that, didn't he?
He did say that.
He did say that.
I kind of thought Powell might be the team trending to represent the area in the 5A.
Yeah, I still do.
You know, but Sevier County wore somebody else out again tonight. But Wheeler is just, it always helps when you have the best player.
Yeah, bottom line.
It always helps.
Yeah.
And he's that good. Before we go to college, What's your score prediction next week for
the
Oliver
Bobcats?
Springs Cofield?
34-14. Bobcats.
He said that last week.
Yeah.
So just
they're going to score.
Control the game.
Yeah, we're going to control the game. I think we're bigger up front.
Really?
Yeah. Oh,
and
definitely.
that's one thing Cofield's always had, right? I mean, always
Right.
been really good up front when they play in Auburn. Now, when's the last time Oliver Springs beat Cofield? Was that a couple?
Last year in the playoffs.
Last year.
Go to semifinals. And then before that, it's been, I mean, they've got our number. I mean, but
Oliver Springs leads the series.
yeah, all-time series, yeah. I've never lost to them.
But it's just in the last 15 so years that it seems like Cofield's been really good. When did Parker McKinney graduate? Is that about 8-9 years ago? No, he was in college for like 6 years.
Yeah.
Man, there's a couple of years,
Yeah.
There's a couple of years, and I don't know the schedule and who. There's sometimes we don't play.
Really?
And we were probably up that year. Probably could have got a good shot at it, but it is what it is.
So
And it sure is going.
Hey, Brad,
I just can't wait. That's
Brad,
gonna
I'm
be fun.
right. McKinney was he was at EKU for 6 years, correct?
Yeah, he was.
Okay,
He
I
was.
thought so. So you go back 4, so you're probably like 11 or 12 years. But last year the playoff win.
The last time we beat them was that I can remember at home was I think it was 35-0 in this torrentious downpour rain. Yeah, I mean it rained and I can remember Coach Henry or some I don't remember hearing him, but some of the kids said it's where a lot of people from Oliver Springs gain a lot of respect for him because he's a respectable person anyways. But he said it was raining on them too, boys.
That's right. It wasn't
you just got beat.
Yeah.
And and then my son's freshman year, they beat us 106-0 in 2 games. So
in 2 games.
I can't. No, I can't. I'm not going to. There's some, and
They took their lumps.
Yeah, we've took them, but then last year it was 20-13 in the regular season. Come back out in the playoffs, it's 20-13.
Your son got beat 106-0 twice in the year by Cofield, but that same year he came and won a national championship with the Tennessee Jays, baby. What about them Jays?
See, there's a picture I got on
Josh
Facebook
Jones.
with the 2 Cofield kids jumping up high-fiving in the end zone and him standing there looking up at them.
Yeah.
And then that's when, I put your time's coming. Last year, 72-yard run.
Yeah.
Set them up for the game winner.
I was at both games.
So.
What do you think, DJ? You think Oliver Springs wins?
I think Oliver Springs is going to win, and it's only because, one, they have national championship pedigree. And I mean that. But the trenches, man. Not that Cofield don't have the trenches, but Oliver Springs, they move different in the trenches on both sides of the field. It's going to be an up-front battle, and if Oliver Springs controls that up-front battle, I think they have the go over Cofield. Now, am I rooting for Cofield? You're darn skippy. I know a whole lot of kids on that team that I love just as much as them babies that I love out there in Oliver Springs. I could name them, right? And I got a lot of love for the community, the coaches. So I'm going as a fan for both teams, but I'm expecting Oliver Springs to pull that national championship pedigree out of their booties and make it work to win that ball game.
It'll be an exciting game.
Hey, it's going to be
Very exciting game. And the good thing about this game is, I was going to say, the good thing about this game is you're playing for home playoff.
Yeah.
When you play again, and the next one's when it matters. But I can tell you this, in sports, when you beat a team in the playoffs like you did last year, and then you come out and you beat them again in the regular season, and then they're coming back to your place, you've got to feel better. Hey, we just beat them twice. Our confidence level, the other 15 losses are gone.
Right.
Yeah.
And we're just glad to have it at home. We hadn't had a home game against Cofield since my son's never had to play Cofield at home.
Yeah.
He's a junior.
Sounds like great scheduling.
And I'll tell you another thing.
There's that region shake-up thing.
That I put up with Oliver Springs. Coach Biggs, he coached a middle school team and took them to a national state championship in middle school. I think they went undefeated that year. And then he moves on up. Coach Wendell Jones takes over the very next year and takes that team to a state championship as well. Well, those boys are, sophomore, juniors, and seniors right now. So, I mean, they have the experience. Cofield is, I love you guys. I always do, always have. Much respect for him. And, you know, but Cofield is Cofield.
Yeah, that's the one that you got to do. You can't go in there thinking
Cofield is Cofield.
Man, it's Cofield. You know, you got to go in there thinking we're going to win.
It's going to be a ball game. I don't know about 34-14. It's going to be a ball game. It is hard to beat Cofield. They have a certain swag and a tradition about them that is undeniable. And if you come in slipping, good luck. Cofield can easily take that game over if Oliver Springs is not on their game.
They're going to be physical. It's going to be physical, and that's where they tackle good. We tackle good. I mean, we got the good quarterback. They got a good quarterback, senior-led quarterback, which is Mr. Baseball his sophomore year. I mean, he's got arm, you know. And, I mean, it's just going to be –
it's going to be a game.
It's going to go at it.
So I think all three of us agree to be – all three of us will pick Oliver Springs unless there's a light show.
Right.
Let me ask you this. Do either one of y'all have Alcoa beating Maryville?
Yes.
You think Alcoa beats Maryville?
I got Alcoa beating Maryville.
You got Alcoa beating Maryville?
I do.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it's Maryville
So
rolling.
DJ, and I can see where he's coming. I think Alcoa's playing really good football. I think the difference in that football game is Maryville has the best quarterback. So that's kind of why I'm going with Maryville in that one. Does any one of y'all think Gibbs can beat Anderson County?
No, not after. Not coming off a loss. No.
Okay. I think Gibbs.
I think Anderson County is going to win, but I don't think Gibbs cannot beat Anderson County.
And I think that game is. I think Anderson County's done with it. No, that's. It's at Gibbs. Yes, Anderson County's finished with home games for the playoffs. At Gibbs. I think Anderson County goes over there and jumps on them early. And I think Anderson County, if I was putting a line on that football game, I'd put it about 14.5.
See, was it Smithy said earlier that Gibbs has to hit that win?
Yep.
And I just don't think that's.
And coming from
they're not there yet.
Coming from where Michael and I come from
undefeated.
Fulton, I understand that. But I've also watched a Fulton team that was very average go over and play a 7-0 Gibbs team and to wear them out.
Right.
So it's hard for me to respect Gibbs at this point in time.
We've talked about Gibbs every week on this show.
Yeah. And they keep winning. So we'll see. And they've changed their offense. You know, they don't run the OV that these. So,
but hook them.
Hook them. As you know, as people tell me, we got Mav Star Preps, Ram Star Preps. I think BBB TV back in the back. I think they got it. I think they got a bromance with the Mavs. I'm just saying.
Look right behind your head.
Yeah, well, there you go. I'm surprised it's not all Mavs. Like all their different helmets and their different jerseys that they come out in with some fireworks. There we go. There we go. So, anyway, OEB game of the week. You think that's going to be a good football game?
This right here, yes.
Yeah, big football game.
Yes.
For what's coming up, our OEB Law game of the week, Harriman at Midway. Who you have winning that one?
I got Harriman, but
Midway wins it and ugly scene.
yeah, if Midway wins, it's
Not a tiebreaker.
yeah. You know, the top two ain't got to worry about it too much, but them bottom three's got to.
Coach Tap is going to tap Midway. I believe Coach Tap is going to come out and tap Midway now. And I'm not saying Midway is not a good team. I just believe the weapons that they have is very dominating, man. Very dominating.
Well, what I liked about Midway, and this is Coach O'Toole, I'll get a little shout out. He's a Jekyll. I mean, he'll you don't know what he's going to do. Like that, they got that little number 4. I can't think his name was McLean, maybe, from Alcoa.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he played quarterback more than the regular one and was dropping dimes in there. I mean, they're all right.
If Harriman loses, that's going to be an interesting one to figure out right there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think that keep Midway's tail. I think I'm not kidding you guys.
There's no way Rockwood's overall record won't end up hurting them.
I feel in my heart it's going to stay exactly the way it is right there.
Absolutely. Guys, we'll jump out of here and take a quick commercial break. We'll come back, talk a little college football. And it's been a great show. Thanks for everyone who tunes in. Thanks for watching. Free Medical Clinic, thank you for all you do. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back to talk Big Orange football.
To me, being an attorney means more than practicing just law. It means pulling alongside my clients and being their partner. It means keeping my clients informed through the legal process, which can be overwhelming. At OAB Law, we stand with you because communication is key.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
Over 14,000 neighbors live in fear of becoming sick or injured and having to make a choice between putting food on the table or seeking medical care. The free medical clinic tries to take that fear away.
What do we help them with? We help them with diabetes, hypertension, any kind of medical need that they need that's necessary. And being in a community with the African American community lets them know that we're here.
1 in 7 people will need a blood transfusion during their life. That's 1 person every 2 seconds receiving a life-saving product. At Medic Regional Blood Center, we are the primary blood provider for 25 hospitals in 23 East Tennessee and southeastern Kentucky counties. Started in 1958, Medic has been serving Knoxville and the surrounding areas for 66 years. For 1 hour of your time, you can save a life. Visit medicblood.org for more information on blood donation.
At Ferris, we want you to get the most out of your time and end each day feeling good. That's why we pioneered exclusive lawnmower suspension technology, allowing for full-speed mowing, even over the roughest terrain. Grow your business by getting more done in less time with Ferris. Ferris. Work hard, feel good. Found exclusively at independent Ferris dealers.
What is strength when you're battling cancer? Is it a shoulder to lean on? A voice of hope? Is it confidence in the most available care options? Or is it unmatched expertise answering your hardest questions? Giving you the courage to move forward. At Covenant Health, we think it means all of this and more. For you. Let our strength be yours.
I wanted to continue my education after high school, but my family and I didn't think we could afford it. Then I found out that Roane State has the options to make college possible. Now I'm pursuing my dreams and will make my family and community proud.
Kathy Mae Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy Mae Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
Welcome back to the Free Medical Clinic Friday Night Scoreboard. It costs Free Medical Clinic $125 patient appointments, but turn that into $600 worth of medical care. Projected this year to provide 12,000 patients free medical care. Jett has a big day tomorrow for the Fall Festival. A lot of people look forward to the Bama-Tennessee game, but my boy Jett's ready for the Fall Festival.
Yeah.
It's ready.
I'm ready for it. Fall Festival, been off a week. Church on Sunday with Cofield and Oliver Springs.
So is
then we can just dislike them for a week.
Is Robbie Leach, is he leading worship, or is Packer leading, or what's going on there?
I'd say Robbie's going to lead it, and Mark Packer's going to be right beside him.
He's going to speak. I know.
Beach Park Baptist Church with special guest Mark Packer, Rivalry Sunday. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I know Robbie Leach really well. He loves the mic. I don't know if he's giving up that mic.
Packer's told me his sermon already.
I know one thing. There's two people.
It's biblical rivalries.
Between Gary Terry and Mark Packer, I don't know who Brad Jones likes more.
I like GT over there.
Packer's gonna give a holding ball.
So, yeah, Robbie and Mark both love the mic, so they'll be fighting over the mic up there. Robbie watched this show, you know that, right?
That's good.
Yeah, he watched the show. So, talk a little bit about college football. There's a lot of upset people about Tennessee football right now.
Mm-hmm. Guess I can be one of them.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have put all my eggs in one hat, I guess.
Well, and here's what I'll say. I Friday or Saturday night they lost, and I kind of, we were out of town. I watched the game a little bit. Kids were running around, but at the end of the night, our offense isn't what we expected to be after we watched it against Kent State, Chattanooga, and North Carolina State.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, that's what I try to tell people at work, and they're going to probably blow me up now, but Kent State against I think it was Jason Swain. They showed, I think it was St. Francis, some school, Division 5. I don't know what it is. If they played Kent State, it was a push. It's a push. I mean, that's like playing Rome State. You know what I mean? If you had a football team, I was on it a little bit too. But then when we can't score, 8-4.
So if you all will
8-4. I said at the beginning of the season, I just broke down.
If y'all, do you think it's more O-line or more QB?
Man, good question.
Good mixture.
Good daggone question. Because I think Nico is a great quarterback, but
no,
I don't know. I don't think he's taking that leap of faith if his quarterback, if his line is not doing, I don't think he's doing the extra what great quarterbacks do. And great quarterbacks also believe in their wide receivers. Sometimes you just got to heave it up and see if you can get a 50-50 ball. I haven't seen that out of Nico, nor have I seen him use his feet when he needs to use his feet.
I don't know that Josh trusts either one of them.
No.
I don't know that he trusts the O-line, and I don't know that he trusts Nico. I really feel like he feels as though Nico is staring at the defense and the blitz instead of reading what's going on down the field.
We've seen that.
Yeah,
he missed some shots.
But at the same time, I think when you look at the big picture, Nico is not going to the line of scrimmage and saying, hey, the blitz is coming from here. We got this going on. It's all Cade Mays right now.
Yeah.
Is that Cooper?
Yeah.
All Cooper Mays. Is it Cooper? Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's all center related right now.
Yeah.
Which tells you got a pup at quarterback. Go ahead, caller, you on the air.
Guys, don't you think it's both quarterback and the offensive line?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I do. But I can say this, and I know you're going to laugh, but I think Peyton Manning put his linemen in better situations and knew where stuff was coming from and could get rid of the ball because he knew where the blitz was coming from, which made the O-line look better.
That's funny.
I don't.
That's real funny. That's real funny, guys.
But I will say this: if Nico knows where the blitz is coming from, he makes his O-line look better and he gets the ball out quicker.
Right.
Yeah. I said this weeks ago, and y'all didn't think, y'all thought I was crazy. I told you that Tennessee was not as good as what we thought they were. I mean, you could take, there's some high school teams that probably could beat Kent State, and Mike could play with Chattanooga. So, I mean, Tennessee, just look what Tennessee's done since they've been just playing the SEC part of the schedule. I think it's maybe right at 20 points a game. We're not talking 60 or any great numbers like that. I won't be shocked tomorrow if the Alabama quarterback doesn't have a field day tomorrow throwing the ball against Tennessee. I just will not be shocked if he doesn't, because on the back end of Tennessee, it's not very good on the defensive side. And I think you got to look at a little bit here and say Tennessee lost probably one of their better defensive players, a guy that called the signals and done everything. He's through. So Tennessee defense is, I don't know that it's as strong as it was a couple weeks ago when they were playing Arkansas and then Florida. And then, guys, if Florida is bad as everybody says they are and we struggle, have to go to overtime, come on. Jett's right. There's 4 losses on Tennessee's schedule, and one of them everybody will go crazy over. That it could be Vandy.
Vanderbilt ain't shabby, man. Neither's Kentucky.
I will say this: Tennessee does not win the football game if the quarterback doesn't tear his ACL. I'm serious. Tennessee does not win that football game the other night if the quarterback does not go out. And why that dummy at Florida has 2 quarterback system, he's drinking some Kool-Aid or something that's mixed.
Yeah, that'll be a different coach down there next year.
Yeah, he's just hanging on.
It'll be Lane Kiffin next year. So
you can say it worked, but there was one quarterback that moved the offense much better.
Yeah, what's his name? The dude that ended with the game. What's his name?
Legway.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But, David, I will say, and I think Brad agrees, we all think you're crazy, but we always think that Florida...
Crazy. Me? I know I'm crazy.
But I do think you get Florida's best.
The Tennessee-Alabama game is always a big game, but there is a lot riding on the game tomorrow. And who has if Alabama loses, do they have a lot to lose, or is it Tennessee? I think it's Tennessee for just the simple reason because of who's left on Tennessee's schedule to play, the teams. I think if Tennessee loses tomorrow, they're out of the national championship picture only because they still got Georgia pending out there. And I don't think no a team that's got 3 losses will make the 12-team playoff. I don't think that.
I think whoever loses tomorrow's game will not make the playoffs. I think whoever loses the game tomorrow will not make the playoffs.
Yep.
You don't think Alabama still has a chance?
I don't think they will. I think they have a chance, but I don't think they will make it.
Yeah. Hey, let's talk. I sort of looked at Georgia a little. If you look at the Georgia-Texas game tomorrow, I won't be shocked if Texas don't walk the dog with Georgia tomorrow. Because Georgia's not really playing really good football right now.
Texas is. Texas is.
I mean,
I think Tennessee's
got a lot to lose tomorrow. I think it's going to take more than what they've done the last couple of weeks offensively. I think we'll know really early what Tennessee's going to do. I sure do.
Who's Georgia got tomorrow?
Texas.
Why did I say that?
Yeah. I mean, it's just SEC football.
Well, you got a bunch of people talking to you. Brad has named this Separation Saturday.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Separation. Well, he could very well be right. And if you listen to some call-in shows, the people in Alabama are really upset that Texas has come in and doing what they're doing, and all the talk's about Texas, and there's no talk about Alabama. So there's some big, with Texas and Oklahoma coming in. Not as much Oklahoma right now as it is Texas, but Texas. Everybody. I think a lot of people didn't think Texas was built for the SEC. Man, they might be built for the SEC really well right now.
Yeah, they come in at the right time for sure.
Well, 5 years ago they couldn't line up. Now they've got Sarkeesian in there. They've got Ewers, and they've got Manning filling the pipeline right after that. So you'll probably be a Texas fan soon.
Who you talking about? I'll be a Texas fan?
Yeah, they got a Manning coming through.
I'll root for Tennessee. It's like I said on the radio today. Just when you think Tennessee's going to do something, they'll break your heart either way. When you think they're going to win, or don't bet on them. Don't ever bet on them.
No.
They'll break your heart, take your money, or, either way, so it don't really matter. So I'm a ball fan. I'm just, as Ron Berry used to tell me, don't pick with your heart, David. Pick with your brain. So we'll see.
David, I'll say this. I think Tennessee, after they beat Oklahoma, of all the SEC schools, I thought their road to the playoffs was going to be as easy as anybody's, because I thought they could lose Alabama and Georgia and still make the playoffs. Well, then all of a sudden, Vandy beats Bama.
Yeah.
You lose to Arkansas. This. I mean, I bet we went from 80% to 40%
quick
in a Saturday.
Yeah, we're not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I think here's what everybody thought weeks ago. The Alabama game was not a big game. It was not as a big. I think everybody thought Tennessee was going to win. That Alabama game, being at home, Tennessee had a really good chance to win that game. I think that's all flipped now. I don't think Tennessee has a chance to win that game tomorrow, just because of the way they played the last couple of weeks, or the way they played since they've entered the SEC play. Really, since the way they played since the Oklahoma game, guys. Even though they won that game, they're lucky to have won that game.
I agree.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, they're going to beat Alabama.
But Bama's been lucky to win. They ain't like they went and burned it up in South Carolina.
Alabama's not. I don't think Alabama's Alabama of the. Is Alabama of
They're not the Saban
of the
Bama.
past? I don't think.
No.
I don't think it is. So.
No.
I think maybe Nick Saban knew when the right time to get out, just like today. I think some big news today was, and I know this ain't got anything to do with football, but we talk about how college football's been run by the NIL stuff. The question today was, do you guys think that you should be able to boo the players now? Do you think Tennessee players should be booed when they don't perform?
Booed?
Yeah, booed.
It's a business, baby. NIL money's involved.
I agree with. I'm agreeing with you. That's what I'm saying. They're getting paid today.
Yeah.
So this is business now.
Yeah.
These are not kids anymore. These are grown adults that's getting paid, and some of them are getting paid heavily to play football at Tennessee. And to me, they've got to produce. But to go back to what I was going to say, I think a shocker today in the world was the head basketball coach of Virginia stepped down and said, I can't coach in this anymore. I can't do this anymore.
Last night.
I'm not built for this. I can't do it.
I didn't know.
He resigned yesterday. Last night I read that you have a guy that's 5 years removed from a national championship who built everything that he does at Virginia around defense. And kids come in and didn't get enough shots and couldn't score enough, and they were going to the next best thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I think that's why
that.
they can say Nick Saban got out for whatever reason. I think he got out because he's the same way.
They got to fix that.
It's the same way in high school.
I think they took it out of college football. And I think DJ said it a while ago. If you got the money, I think it's become all about. It's been about the money for a while, but it's really become all about the money now. It's strictly about the money.
Well, and DJ said it. I don't know if you heard him. It's the same way at high school.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm commenting on that he said about high school. If you got the money, we'll just come on and play. So, I don't know, man. I think they've run college football.
They've run the NCAA's run the college athletics.
Yes. That's the reason why I say that the SEC, I've been saying it for years, should secede from the NCAA, make their own league. Our SEC championships bring more money than the national championship between Michigan and Washington. I mean, that might sound a little far-fetched off. We can make our own rule, adapt some of their rules, but NCAA is kind of like TSSAA.
There's 2 SEC teams in the top 5 right now, and 5 in the top 10.
There's 3 from the Big Ten, of course.
4 in the top 10. Tennessee's 11.
And I'll go as far to say this: the Big Ten won national championship last year, but I guarantee if Penn State had played the same schedule right now that Georgia had after tomorrow, they would not be in the top 10. They wouldn't be in the top 15.
Yeah, they're 6-0 right now.
I know you're a season ticket holder at UT. what do you think about the 10% charge you're laying on you next year?
I think that Danny White is probably one of the biggest money grubbers that they've ever had at the University of Tennessee as athletic director.
But that's a player fee.
I know, but why is he doing that? He's doing that because he wants more money coming in that he can control. He's trying to get there. If you wait and see how this is going to work out, the Spire Sports is who runs the sports management and the NIL money for University of Tennessee, called Spire Sports. If you look what Danny's wanting to do, he's wanting to control the dollar himself instead of using the agency Spire Sports. I'll use a perfect example of this. The left tackles, his name Hurd, Lance Hurd, the tackle.
I'm not sure his name.
Yeah, I think it's Hurd. Josh and his staff didn't even know about this kid. Spire Sports brings him in and says, Ole Miss will only pay him this. Ohio State will only pay him this. He's wanting to leave. How about us pay him this amount?
Wow.
And he's the starting left tackle at the University of Tennessee, and it was brought to them and brought to their attention because a sports agent knew what Ohio State and what Ole Miss was trying to pay them, and they get the left tackle.
Wow.
Now you tell me that's how college athletic departments want things ran?
Well, that's why Saban's.
We overpaid for the left tackle.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. But hey, we let a sports agent tell us what we need to pay for him.
Right. That's
we overpaid for the left tackle, that's for sure. So I'll watch the game tomorrow patiently like everybody else, guys. We'll see what happens. And if Tennessee wins tomorrow, I'll shoot you a text. If they lose, I'll probably shoot you a text too. So,
yeah.
But you know what? I forgot that. Jett needs to damn think about one thing now. Thursday night, somebody's going to win the 6-star player of the year.
Come on.
6-star, they'll get a hat. It'll be the 6-star player of the game. So I'll be watching to see who gets that.
See you, buddy. You're a 6-star. You have a 6-star heart.
I do. I've got it, man. I'll see y'all later.
Queen and I don't know that. Well, he hates Peyton Manning. I don't know that either one of us disliked any coach we've ever had at UT more than Butch Jones.
What? What you mean? Brick by brick?
5-star heart, brick by brick.
Yeah.
Champion of life.
Brick by brick, and he left the mortar out.
Yeah.
It fell over.
It was something else. Well, guys, it's been a fun show.
Yeah, it was.
The next 2 weeks, and he called it Separation Saturday. The next 2 weeks, high school football, it's pretenders and contenders.
Yeah.
It really is. And the Oliver Springs Cofield game don't really give me that. But at the same time, if Oliver Springs come out and spanks Cofield and there's a big gap there, I think as a Cofield fan, you start getting concerned about the playoff picture.
Yeah. What about, it's always comes back to Oak Creek.
That's right.
Yeah. What about that? What do you feel about that?
I honestly think Derek's so smart. He's an intelligent guy. I think his game plan starts changing. I think he goes down there and manhandles Lenore City.
Then goes manhandles Campbell County first in the region, getting ready for the playoffs.
Yeah, and by then, I don't know what the status is on the collarbone, but you win a game or two early in the playoffs because you're better than the team you're playing. And then if you can get 2 back on the field, it gives you a little bit of speed back out there to help out a little bit.
What about Clinton versus Corns next week?
I will say if Clinton gets good quarterback play, I think Clinton can win the game. I think Clinton has some pieces. If they can give their quarterback a little bit of time and he can throw a high percentage.
Yeah.
But I tell you what I like about Clinton. Every time I watch Clinton play, they're always determined to establish the run.
Yeah.
It's not just like sling, sling, sling.
Well, they have a good running back. He's from TKA. He's tough.
Yeah.
And then they have Riker Arms from Oak Ridge. Tough. Yeah.
There's no boy. I'll tell you a funny story about Clinton. You'll like this. So last year, and we'll go 5-star prep jamboree, and boy, Antonio Hamilton, he played at Fulton. He was a heck of a player, nose guard, heck of a player. probably one of the best defensive linemen Fulton's had, top 2 or 3. They've had some really good ones, but he was a heck of a player. But his son's at Catholic. Catholic's playing Clinton.
Yeah.
And they're over there giving him a hard time. Oh, Catholic's got kids from everywhere, blah, blah, blah. He said, I'll tell you what, since Keith's been here, y'all should have been named the Knoxville Dragons. And so, boy, he just walked away. And Hamilton said, that's what I thought. You ain't got no answer for that. The Knoxville Dragons.
I know exactly what you're talking about, Coach. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Wow.
And you say from TK, that's what set me off on that, but I thought it was hilarious.
I think Clinton wins it.
I think
Clinton beat Corns?
I think they should have beat Lenore City.
They dropped the ball on that.
Yeah,
Clinton really could have had a home playoff game if you think about it.
Yeah, I had them winning 5 games.
Exactly. Corn started off the season very strong like Tennessee.
He's watched Carnes. I've watched Carnes.
But they fell off dramatically. I mean, they really did start the season off really good.
You got to think about who they played.
Like I said, like Tennessee.
Yeah, you got to think about who they played.
Yeah.
Brad, I was told to ask you on the air, is there any chance that you'll be going to Boyd Buchanan the last week of the season? I got a guy wanting to.
If he wants to take the trip, I'll do it.
The price is right.
Brad said if the price is right,
I'll go with him.
He'll make, we got a camera guy. Yeah, we might do the show live from there if we can get those, the phone lines connected in there.
We can go ahead and just rent a building.
Yeah. Get the embassy suite there at Hamilton Place.
Yeah, go ahead and do the show there.
Yeah.
We'll bring some of our Anderson County props.
We'll send you a quote. We'll send you a quote and see if Grace can pay the bill. There you have it.
Right.
There you have it. He loves it. That was awesome. All right, guys, great show. You got any closing remarks?
I do, man. Guys, stay safe, be blessed, and thank somebody for being great, okay? Because they can help you be great.
Jett, any closing words for next week's game?
Go Bobcats.
Go
Bobcats, baby.
OEB Law Game of the Week. Harriman at Midway. Harriman wins that game. They're going to get the 3 seed. If they don't, we are not smart enough to figure it out. We'll let somebody figure it out for us. But Free Medical Clinic, thank you so much for another sponsorship this year and for another great night. And I'll say it like I said it earlier. Stop complaining on social media and get out and support your kids. There's 2 weeks left in the regular season. Go support your kids.
Thank you. That was great.
And we're out of here.
Yep. Deuces.
To me, being an attorney means more than practicing just law. It means pulling alongside my clients and being their partner. It means keeping my clients informed through the legal process, which can be overwhelming. At OEB Law, we stand with you because communication is key.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
Get ready for the ultimate celebration at the Free Medical Clinic of Oak Ridge, New Year's Eve 2025 countdown. First ever ice skating rink. Live bands rocking the stage. On December 31st at AK Bissell Park, Oak Ridge. Food trucks. This is free to the public because of our amazing event sponsors. Bring your lawn chairs. Ring in the new year with your family and friends. Enjoy spectacular fireworks show that will light up the sky. Don't miss the grand finale, the epic T-Cat Harriman, one-of-a-kind atomic ball drop at midnight. For more information, go to fmcor.org.
1 in 7 people will need a blood transfusion during their life. That's 1 person every 2 seconds receiving a life-saving product. At Medic Regional Blood Center, we are the primary blood provider for 25 hospitals in 23 East Tennessee and southeastern Kentucky counties. Started in 1958, Medic has been serving Knoxville and the surrounding areas for 66 years. For 1 hour of your time, you can save a life. Visit medicblood.org for more information on blood donation.
At Ferris, we want you to get the most out of your time and end each day feeling good. That's why we pioneered exclusive lawnmower suspension technology, allowing for full-speed mowing, even over the roughest terrain. your business by getting more done in less time with Ferris. Ferris. Work hard, feel good. Found exclusively at independent Ferris dealers.
What does strength in numbers mean to you? At Covenant Health, it means we see nearly 2.2 million visits annually. It means our 13,000 dedicated experts are all working together for a common goal. With over 150 locations throughout East Tennessee, you'll always find an open door to care, because we are committed to being the first, best, and strongest choice for the one number who matters most. You. Covenant Health. Let our strength be yours.
I wanted to continue my education after high school, but my family and I didn't think we could afford it. Then I found out that Roane State has the options to make college possible. Now I'm pursuing my dreams and will make my family and community proud.
Kathy May Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy May Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured.
Up to that point, and it forced 4 turnovers. It looked like Brian Pankey's team was going to win the defensive struggle, but that's not what happened. The Chargers got into the end zone with 37 seconds left to secure the 17-14 victory. Kingston sought revenge on October 13th, 2023 in Inglewood, and they got off to a good start by scoring first. However, the Chargers charged back, reaching pay dirt 3 times to take a 21-7 lead into the break. Speaking of breaks, one of General Robert Nealon's famed maxim states that if at first the breaks don't go your way, put on more steam. That's what the Yellow Jackets did by putting 2 sevens on the board to knot it up. The defense then held McMinn Central to a field goal before scoring another touchdown to take the 28-24 lead early in the fourth quarter. Kingston had the in that final period. That sounds familiar. The Chargers defense came up big, forcing a 3-and-out with the ball at their opponent's 5-yard line. The ensuing punt went just 29 yards. On the very next play, with 2:49 left in the game, Aiden Plemons threw a 34-yard touchdown pass to give his team a 3-point lead that would end up as the final score. See what I mean when I say this game is fun? What will it hold for us this time around? We'll find out soon on tonight's Game of the Week, brought to you by OEB Law. Day or night, 24/7. They'll be there to answer and give you a free consultation and get to work on your case immediately. Call 865-546-1111 or visit that website, reckontoacheck.com. That is OEB Law. I'm Aaron Harvey with the only Dan Shoemaker in existence that I know about, at least. Coach, historically speaking, even though there have only been 24 total meetings, this has been a pretty good series. Lots of close games. I mean, I maybe could have even mentioned the 2016 game on this field and Coach Pankey on the sidelines. Much like the 2 contests I did mention, Kingston had the lead in the fourth quarter but relinquished it after a 64-yard touchdown run with 6.5 left, which created the final score of 23-21. one. This is the kind of stuff that gives birth to rivalries.
Yeah, it really does. Rivalries are always born out of struggle. This rivalry is no different. You know, even though the district's changed, I was really glad to see this game remain on the schedule, because it's the struggle like this that you see teams build respect for each other. And these two teams come into this thing knowing that they will be tested, and they're going to have to play their best to be competitive tonight. Truly competitive teams like to be tested. This game will be just that, a test or perhaps a tune-up for the stretch run going into the playoffs.
Kingston gets it done on the ground. McMinn Central's racking it up through the air. Which defense can stop their offensive opposite tonight? That will be the question, as we're still about 25 minutes or so from kickoff. When we get back, we'll tell you about what's happening around the area, and we'll also preview tonight's game closer to start time on our OEB Law Game of the Week.
Hi, I'm Tim Elrod. Over the years, you've heard us at OEB Law say, let us turn your wreck into a check. We still do that for many families, but I want to take the time to go beyond the slogan. I think I've learned over the years, and more every day, that the most important thing for an attorney to understand is the value of being a partner to you. When you and your family call an attorney, you're calling because you need some help. You need someone to pull alongside you and stand with you. We understand the process of the legal system. You probably don't. So it's our responsibility to keep you informed about every step of the process. You're going to have questions about what's going on. What's next? What do I need to know? Our responsibility is to guide you through the process with the information that you need, the answers to your questions, and the assurance that we have your back at OEB Law. You have my word. We stand with you because communication is key.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
Upgrade your home with stunning natural gas appliances from Oak Ridge Utility District. Enjoy 0% financing with approved credit and turn your dream kitchen into a reality. Call today for a free estimate, get free delivery on all purchases, and enjoy handsome incentives on our appliances. Free delivery, 0% financing, and impressive incentives makes now the perfect time to switch to affordable, safe, and reliable natural gas. Don't wait. Choose Oak Ridge Utility District, your affordable energy choice. Call now or visit our website to get started.
What does strength in numbers mean to you? At Covenant Health, it means we see nearly 2.2 million visits annually from over 700,000 patients who receive hope and healing. It means our 13,000 dedicated experts are all working together for a common goal. It means completing more than 400,000 appointments for wellness and primary care, and serving 107,000 heart patients, along with those who their hearts beat for. It means providing 24,000 cancer patients with life-saving treatments and welcoming 8,000 babies into the world each year. With over 150 locations throughout East Tennessee, you'll always find an open door to care, because we are committed to being the first, best, and strongest choice for the one number who matters most. You. Covenant Health. Let our strength be yours.
Welcome back to the OEB Law Game of the Week with Coach Dan Shoemaker. I'm Aaron Harvey. Last night, Anderson County had its biggest test so far, taking on the 2-time defending 5A state champion West Rebels on Rivalry Thursday. The game lived up to the billing for the second straight year. West got out to a 17-0 lead, but with under 2 minutes remaining in the first half, Trent Strickland made a Sports Center-worthy one-handed catch on a 40-yard touchdown pass and had a pick six on the very next drive to make it a 17-14 West tilt. They say basketball is a game of runs, but you don't see that too often in football. Well, this game had the runs, and I'm not talking about the kind you take Pepto for. West started by scoring 17 straight. Anderson County answered by scoring 27 straight, but the Rebels had a run of their own, scoring 13 straight, scoring the final 3 with just 36 seconds left of the game to give West the 30-27 win. What a game.
Yeah, Aaron, you're right. That was a game of streaks, scoring streaks. I think both teams have the ability to make those deep playoff runs we're talking about, maybe even go to Chattanooga for the championship. West started that game and got out to a 17-point lead. A lot of teams would fold the tents at that point, but not Anderson County. They responded, went on their own scoring streak. We saw plays on offense. We saw plays on strategy decisions and how those played out. At the end, West went for it on 4th and 3 with around 2 minutes to go. Instead of kicking the 39-yard field goal, then ended up kicking a shorter field goal, leaving Anderson County with like 36 seconds and no timeouts. As the Washington Redskins quarterback from my youth, Billy Kilmer, used to say, AC didn't get beat, they ran out of time. That was a great high school football game.
Certainly was. Another team in Anderson County, Oak Ridge, was on a 4-game winning streak when the Wildcats took on probable future region foe Farragut on Friday. There hasn't been much admirable about the Admiral win-loss record this season. In Coach Jeff Courtney's first year, his team has lost 5 games by an average of right at 24 points per game. I feel like Oak Ridge should have coasted in this game, but that's not what happened. Them Admirals took a huge lead early and never looked back. Well, tonight the Wildcats can make Farragut happy for a second week in a row by beating their fiercest rival, Bearden. The Bulldogs have battled injuries, but still have only recorded losses against teams expected to be in the hunt for state titles this year. Bearden is another team that will probably be a region opponent for the Wildcats next season, which is honestly good for football. You know why? These two programs have played the last 3 seasons, with Bearden winning all 3 by 5 points, 4 points, and 4 points. Which Oak Ridge shows up? The one capable of beating Bearden, or the one who lost handily to Farragut?
You know, we've seen Oak Ridge at its best when they beat Clinton. You know, strong second half performance there. And we've seen Oak Ridge struggle against Powell. They came out really well the first quarter and then went cold for the rest of the game. In both of those contests, there were times that the Wildcats looked like world beaters. And then there were times that they really seemed out of sync. Last week was a shock to a lot of people, including me. That's why you play the game. Sometimes the outcome is totally different than what you expect. Bearden, on the other hand, has looked strong throughout the season. Playing in some close games and coming out on top, the only real stumbling blocks were Alcoa, Anderson County, and Maryville. But those teams have made a lot of folks stumble this year. Both teams come in scoring right at 30 points a game. I think the better defense wins tonight. On paper, that looks like it may be Oak Ridge, but we'll just have to play the game to see how it comes out.
That's right. We'll see. We'll keep an update on that score for sure. Maryville has a chance to secure its first region title since all the way back in 2022. Please note the attempt at humor there. Before a shocking 2023, you had to go all the way back to the 90s to get to a season the Rebels didn't get to hang a region title banner. I mean, the classic rock station in town would call the hits from back then classic rock now.
Classic rock.
Yeah, around that time that streak started, you may recall a track covered by the band Presidents of the United States of America. It was called Cleveland Rocks. They used it as a theme song for the Drew Carey show. I don't know if you ever watched that show.
I remember that show.
It was a great song that the Presidents of the United States of America covered. Well, the Blue Raiders stand in the way of Maryville's streak tonight in Blount County. So does Cleveland rock, or does Maryville rock Cleveland?
Well, you know, I said last week, Aaron, that the Rebels of Maryville seem to be on a mission this year. I believe that is still the case tonight. Maryville has scored 289 points this year, and they've only given up 66. Wow. That's a tremendous number to me. On average, they're scoring over 41 points a game and allowing less than 10. That 31-point differential is not difficult to understand. Cleveland comes in with 2 losses, one to Bearden, one to Charlotte Christian. Both of those are great teams. Neither of those are really a slouch, but I think the Rebels will be too strong tonight for the Blue Raiders. I think Maryville rocks Cleveland by at least 2 touchdowns.
Maryville rocks Cleveland. Maryville rocks Cleveland.
That just doesn't work.
It doesn't. No, it's awful. I'm sorry.
Lyrically weak.
I tried it on a whim. It didn't work. Sometimes you try things, they work out. Sometimes they don't. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. So anyway, we got other stuff that we can preview tonight, other games coming up, so we will do that. And then, of course, right before kickoff for our game tonight between McMinn Central and Kingston, we'll preview that game and tell you what to expect as kickoff is scheduled for 7:30, still about 15 minutes away from that. So stick around for that. This is the OEB Law Game of the Week.
All right, crew, let's get started. Sure. Don't ignore the law. You must call 811 at least 2 to 3 days before any digging project so you can avoid hitting our essential buried utilities. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811.
In East Tennessee, our work heritage runs deep. For over a century, the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Union Local 102 has been part of the area's growth and prosperity. Don't sell yourself or your business short by hiring unskilled labor. Our cutting-edge labor training facility equips our members with the advanced skills needed to be the very best in the industry. Keep jobs local and the money in the state. At Local 102, we work tirelessly today to help build a better tomorrow for our community and our members.
1 in 7 people will need a blood transfusion during their life. That's 1 person every 2 seconds receiving a life-saving product. At Medic Regional Blood Center, we are the primary blood provider for 25 hospitals in 23 East Tennessee and southeastern Kentucky counties. Started in 1958, Medic has been serving Knoxville and the surrounding areas for 66 years. For 1 hour of your time, you can save a life. Visit medicblood.org for more information on blood donation.
Patterson's Appliances has been helping families like yours find quality home appliances from trusted brands including Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid for over 55 years. Our knowledgeable appliance specialists know how to outfit your kitchen or laundry room with the right appliances to meet your needs. We service what we sell with our own in-house factory-trained service technicians. And for the DIYers, our parts department is always ready to help customers find the appliance parts they need. Patterson's Home Appliances, because we care.
Get ready for the ultimate celebration at the Free Medical Clinic of Oak Ridge. New Year's Eve 2025 countdown. First ever ice skating rink. Live bands rocking the stage. On December 31st at AK Bissell Park, Oak Ridge. Food trucks. This is free to the public because of our amazing event sponsors. Bring your lawn chairs. Ring in the new year with your family and friends. Enjoy spectacular fireworks show that will light up the sky. Don't miss the grand finale, the epic T-Cat Harriman, one-of-a-kind atomic ball drop at midnight. For more information, go to fmcor.org.
Welcome back to the OAB Law Game of the Week. I'm Aaron Harvey, joined by Doctor and Coach Dan Shoemaker. Playoff seeding starting to take shape this late in the season. We cover teams in Region 2 Single A, and right now the likely playoff teams don't know what to expect for a Round 1 matchup. That's because Cosby, Cloudland, and North Green are all undefeated right now. That changes tonight. The Eagles of Cosby have had a great season thus far, sitting at 6-1. We're talking about a team that finished 1-9 just last year. We're talking about a team that already has the most wins it's had since 2008. We're talking about a team that will finish above 500 for only the 6th time in school history. But we're also talking about them going up against a team they haven't beaten since 2011, and no game since then has really even been close. The winner tonight will almost certainly at least host Round 1 of the playoffs. Has Cosby bridged the gap that much in year 2 under Coach Levi Cooper?
You know, you got to be amazed at what a job Coach Cooper has done there at Cosby. Turning the corner like they have shows tremendous amount of work and a lot of time, energy, and effort they've gone into that program. But the Eagles are traveling up Roan Mountain, and you guys have been to Roan Mountain.
Yeah.
That's not an easy trip to go up to Cloudland to play the Cloudland Highlanders. I'm willing to bet that game is going to be a little bit colder than what we're going to see tonight here in Kingston. This is a big region matchup, and it will bring clarity to that playoff picture in Region 1. Both these teams are similar in the points that they allow, 52 to 59 this season. Cosby is scoring over twice the number of points on offense that the Highlanders are scoring. That may be hard for the Highlanders to contain tonight. I think that the advantage probably goes to Cosby in this one.
Sticking in 1A, there's a big showdown going on tonight in South Pittsburgh. The home team Pirates will take on Chattanooga Prep in what may decide Region 3's champion. Since joining the league in 2023, Chattanooga Prep has grown in size exponentially. The new classification numbers have them competing in 3A next season, from 1A to 3A. Imagine that.
That's a jump.
Yeah, it is. Right now, it almost looks like the Sentinels are the team to beat in East Tennessee. But South Pitt can shut that kind of thinking down tonight. The Pirates Pairiots have come a long way from their 27-7 defeat in Oliver Springs to open the season. This is a measuring stick game for both of these teams.
You're right, Aaron. I think that this is a good test, and it's going to clear that picture up. I'm a numbers guy, and I was able to pull out an obscure stat I think that may have an impact on this one. Since the week 1 loss to Oliver Springs, South Pittsburgh has only allowed 29 points across 6 games. That's less than 5 points a game. In that same time span, they scored 210 points, so averaging about 35 points a game. South Pittsburgh has definitely turned the corner and figured some things out since week 1. I know that the Chattanooga Prep team is the team to beat. They've played up, and they've played larger teams like Hickson, East Ridge, and Howard. Tonight we'll tell the tale about Region 3 to see who the top dog in that region is. I don't know if the Pirates have enough pumpkin to take down the Sentinels of Chattanooga Prep.
Yeah, so Chattanooga Prep just started playing football back in 2023. The TSSAA's like, okay, well, we'll stick you in single A, and then we'll deal with it when classification numbers come out. Well, classification, so now they're...
It's a magnet school, so they're pulling from everywhere.
Yeah, so I said playoff seeding was beginning to come together, so let's take a look at region standings right now. So we'll start with Region 2 Single A, Oliver Springs, Coalfield. Man, they've got a matchup coming up. Is that next Thursday?
Next Thursday, Rivalry Thursday.
And that will decide the region champion and the region runner-up. You got Harriman Rockwood. They just played last week. We covered that game. Harriman won that one, so they've got the upper hand for that number 3 seed, and then Rockwood sitting there with that number 4 seed. And that might be how that region ends up by the end of the year.
Yeah, Midway's are kind of on the outside looking in. They're going to need a little help.
Yeah.
Kingston family. Over the last few weeks, we've lost 2 men in Kingston who made a major impact on our town.
And Kingston doing a special presentation, so we'll get to that in just a moment. But Region 2 AA, you've got York Institute leading the way, Bledsoe County, right under them, Polk County, then Tellico Plains, Oneida, Wartburg. Both of those teams are basically eliminated from playoff contention. So the 4 teams that will be in the playoffs are the top 4 teams in that region. York Institute has already defeated Bledsoe County. So that might be how that one ends up as well.
Very well could be. I know Tellico Plains beat Oneida last week to take command.
Yep. So we are about to do our national anthem.
Internationally acclaimed singer-songwriter Woody Wright and the Roane County High School Band plays our national anthem.
So we'll go to the field for that.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
High school marching band. We got a singer as well. Beautiful rendition.
Yeah, they did a great job with it.
So continuing on with our region standings. Region 2, 3A. Kingston, Alcoa, Union County, Austin East, and Scott High. Kind of interesting to see Kingston
leading the district.
Yeah, that's probably not going to stick. Alcoa, I've seen crazy things. I don't know that anybody in this region is touching Alcoa, though.
I would not think.
But Austin East, Union County, and Scott High, those are three not good teams that have an opportunity to make the playoffs. And, as Brad pointed out, Austin East did win last night.
So that would give them the advantage over Scott High overall record.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yep. And I believe their matchup is week 11.
Yeah, I think so.
So Region 1, 4A, this is the one that we always look at for Anderson County. You've got Elizabethton, Greenville, they're still yet to play. Cherokee, Northview Academy, Granger, Sullivan East, and Volunteer. So you think a team like Anderson County, they're going to win their region.
Right.
And so they'll have to play the number 4 seed in Region 1. They'll win that game. And then they'll have to play the number 2 seed in this region, which is either going to be Elizabethton or Greenville.
One or two.
And that's been a tough matchup for Anderson County. But, the last few years, they've shown that, hey, we can get that win. We can continue on, as Anderson County won a state championship just a couple of years back.
Well, I think those guys know that the road to Chattanooga goes through either Elizabethton or Greenville.
Yeah, for sure. And speaking of Anderson County, this is their region. Gibbs, Anderson County, tied in the region. They've still yet to play. Knox Fulton, Knox Carter, South Doyle, and Seymour